right, everybody. Who be 186? Tradition List 101, and this is the Overrated Podcast, episode 140. We are starting early slash late because I have to go to work, and we gotta get this thing started. So we are starting early slash late. So let's see what's going on.
Yeah, we the traditionalist 101 is here. For those of you who was like wondering like what was going on last week, yeah, I was catching a cold and I just kept on clearing my throat, and apparently it continued progressively gotten worse and worse and worse. But I think for the most part I'm fine. And yeah, I know we were supposed to start one yesterday, but things happen. Movie 106 had a couple of things to take care of, but we are here now, and definitely looking forward to this podcast because man, do we have a whole bunch of stuff to talk about as far as gaming and sports. But if we are not able to finish everything, we may do another one. This week, later on this week, we will just have to wait and see how we progress in today's podcast. So I mean, we could start, right now, because I know we're kind of a little late. But anything happened with you before we start?
Nothing much. This same old. Oh, let me give a shout out to my niece Amaya. She did graduate high school this week. So
Oh, cool.
yeah, so no, Ruben said that I'm mad you didn't come through to James Steve. So
Yeah, I was, dude. I was tired when I got off of work. I was tired, and I think I wasn't really feeling that well, either. Anyway, so I didn't want you guys to catch anything from me anyway. You know what I'm saying? So there was no way I could have made it, but I did. I think I could have made it the following day, but I don't know. I didn't hear anything, from you guys, so I figured that it wasn't going to happen. But trust me, the next time we have a time where I could hang out with you and James, get some games going. Obviously shout out to Soul also because he be there. Sometimes Yoshi is there, and we have a lot of fun. It's something that I really don't want to ever pass up. But that day was just a crazy day, and plus I had to wake up super early because I had to work. Unfortunately, that Saturday, and when I'm usually off on weekends at sometimes, but it was a rough week, man. Sick and working extra hours. It was just nearly impossible for me to go there. So my bad anyway. My bad.
okay. Well, while we're here, we'll
Oh,
now
and
we're
and
going.
and oh, go ahead. My bad. There's one
Yeah,
thing I
shout
want
out
to say,
to
but go ahead.
Nolan.
Hmm.
Uh, you know, we had to start a little early, bro. I'm sorry about that. We had to start early, but props to Nolan. Thank you guys for watching. Ruben, thank you for watching as well. Yeah, what were you gonna say?
Yeah, I also want to give a shout out. Speaking of babies, I also want to give a shout out because my sweetheart, she has a sister-in-law who also just delivered a baby just yesterday.
Oh my god.
Um, so congratulations, to the family. Congratulations to her. She, technically have, a niece. And speaking of, nieces, you know what was so funny?
Hmm.
What was so funny was that when I went to Mexico, and when I saw the family, seeing her brother, seeing her sister, not her sister, but her sister-in-law. What happened was when they did the whole baby reveal thing,
Hmm.
it was revealed that it was a boy.
Hmm.
You shoot the freaking thing. I don't know what's it called. It turns blue, and it was a boy. Everyone's all going all crazy. The dad is all excited, all happy, and then yesterday, it turns out to be a girl.
Oh wow. So what led to the confusion?
I asked her what happened, and she doesn't really know exactly what happened, but I think as of right now they're assuming that it was a trick the whole entire time. I don't know who came up with the plan. I don't know. I doubt that it was the doctor. I don't think the doctor would purposely say that it was, the opposite sex. And I don't know, but somebody was behind it. Somebody was behind it. And I think they're trying to figure it out. So I if I able to get more details regarding that, I will gladly share it. But holy crap, dude, I was shocked because the whole entire time everyone is talking about, oh my gosh, I'm having a son, I'm having a nephew, we're having a boy, and now yesterday it turned out to be a girl. Dude, that was just crazy. So I thought that was very funny. I thought that was very funny.
Okay.
And now, don't get me wrong. I mean, if it was me, I would be happy either way. But trust me, I would want to know who made the mistake. Like who in the world would pull a stunt like that, to trick me? You know what I'm saying? Like I would want to know who did that if it was intentional. Now I don't know how you would feel about it if that happened to you, but if that happened to me, I would want to get to the bottom of
Um. Yeah, I don't know. It depends on who pulled the trick. But yeah. Anyway, my computer's acting a little slow. We're gonna get started with. We're gonna talk about a couple of gaming conferences that happened over the weekend. You watched Summer Game Fest cause here's the thing. I don't know. Cause I remember you posted an article saying that Summer Game Fest was only gonna be existing games,
it.
right?
Yep. That's what the article said. Yep.
And we really didn't technically get that.
I know.
And I was like, I was already like, yo, I'm not watching this. At the time, I wasn't watching it, but because I was bored, I decided to watch it, and I'm glad I did because I'm not gonna sit there and act like it was an amazing show. It was fine. It was fine. It was much better than that dog shit that I watched on Wednesday, the previous
Oh,
Wednesday or Thursday, whatever, whenever it was.
you're talking about state of play. Okay.
Yeah,
Yeah.
because it actually showed games that I'm actually interested in. Now, all right, right now I'm gonna share this right now.
Mm-hmm.
Let me present this. Okay. Okay. So we're gonna skim through this and see what games interested you.
Yeah.
And they did make a couple announcements that I'm excited about. There are some that there is one in particular that we will talk about separately, like Street Fighter 6. We'll talk about that separately. But everything else we'll talk about it here. And like I said, my computer is acting slow, so I'm just waiting for it to load up. But in the meantime, what was your thoughts on the show in general?
Yeah. When I was watching the show, I said, I was actually surprised, of some of the games, that they, were showcasing, because I immediately said to myself, no, I really don't have anything to do. Let me just watch. And but when I was, looking at some of these, reveals, I'm like, wait a minute, was this did Jeff Keighley? 'Cause remember, with the article I posted, it was from one of Jeff Keighley's quote. He
Yeah.
said that it was going to be just existing games, and don't expect anything major. So he actually said it. So I don't know if I mean, I don't know what's going on with all these tricks. Why are these people tricking us? I mean, I don't know what's going on here. These people are being deceitful. I don't know if they're doing it as a joke or whatnot, but to me, I was actually impressed with the show. I was actually impressed with the show. There were quite a few games that I was interested in. It looks like you have it here.
Yeah, I'm just waiting. Like my computer's still acting slow. But like I said, I watched it, and like I said, I thought it was good. I thought it was a good show. I didn't think it was a bad show. Most people on that I follow did not like the show, and they just thought it was just. They just thought
Really?
it was, yeah, they just thought it was boring.
Hmm. Did I mean? I don't understand how. I, I don't know why. I don't know why. There were quite a few games that that I said to myself, okay, I thought it was going to be a show that at the very least, people would at least give it like a C plus, something like that, maybe a B minus. But if people don't really like the show, I mean, what did they expect? Did they tell you why they weren't interested in the show, or why they were disappointed in the show?
No, I just like they showed off a bunch of games that they probably in general did not care about.
Oh, kind of like what happened to you with with State of
Yeah,
Play. They showed
yeah,
games, but there's games that you didn't like.
yeah.
Well, I
So
mean, like with the first game that impressed me, you probably don't care about it, was when they showed I think didn't they show Doom in the Summer Game Fest?
no, I thought they did they show Doom. I thought they showed it on the Xbox showcase.
Oh, I think I'm getting it mixed up now.
Yeah,
Okay, I think you're right. Maybe you're right. Maybe that was Xbox. Maybe that was
yeah.
Xbox.
So
Okay.
yeah, so yeah, even though my computer is running slow, the first game that they announced was this game right here, Lego Horizon Adventure.
That was stupid, but go ahead.
Yeah, well, what's your thoughts? What's your thoughts about this game? 'Cause I am gonna make a separate video about this.
Here's the thing. I don't think having a Legos on Horizon made any sense to me whatsoever. Now, granted, I don't really care about any Lego game. I really don't. Like as far as when it comes to Legos, I never bought a game. However, there was one Lego video game that I actually did manage to play, and that was the Batman one.
Hmm.
And I was actually highly impressed with the gameplay. The thing is, for me, it was just so hard to get over the fact that I'm playing as freaking toys as a Batman character. Like it was still kind of difficult for me to get over that. But I do remember enjoying myself playing the game. To me, having a Lego Batman, and I think they had a Lego Star Wars. If I'm
Yeah,
not,
yeah,
if,
yeah.
yeah,
They have multiple like Star Wars like Lego inspired games.
yeah, and I think they had one for Indiana Jones too, right?
Oh yeah, yeah. I'm sure they did.
Yeah. So when it comes to like really big names, such as that, I could understand why they would make a Lego video game out of those out of those characters. Horizon, in my opinion, I don't think it made any sense. That to me, I don't think Horizon, although Horizon is a triple A title, I don't necessarily think it has a big enough audience, especially when it comes to like kids, casuals, to even care that they have a Lego version of that game. And I necessarily don't think this is a very good move, for Sony to make. If this was, let's say, if this was, I don't know, if this was like Ratchet and Clank, I could understand it. If this was, what was the other game that they made? Well, they don't have Crash anymore, but yeah, if it was something like Ratchet and Clank, I could probably get it. I think that would probably make sense. But Horizon, it just didn't make any sense to me. But go ahead. What do you think?
Um, I will say this. I actually do think it makes sense. If you want to make Horizon a marquee franchise, right? Then you
I
do
want
something
you to
like
take
this.
me to the future.
You do something like this, right? I do think that the series does fit it. The biggest controversy there's two things. One, I don't know who's making the game. I don't know if it's Guerrilla Games or whatever. I hope Sony didn't put too many resources into this game. And the main reason why is because now there was a rumor going around saying that they were going to remake um they were going to remake the first Horizon game. And I'm like, why would they remake a
What?
game? Yeah, that was the rumor. And I was like, why would they remake a game that came out like not that long ago. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
That to this day, I'm not even talking about Forbidden West. I'm talking about the first Horizon game. I'm talking about a Horizon game that to this day still looks amazing. One of the best looking games ever made. So if this is what they're talking about, then I'm okay with this because I don't want them remaking fucking games that they that come. It was bad enough they did that with The Last of Us. It was bad enough they did that with The Last of Us. So I'm glad they didn't do that here, right?
Okay.
Now, when it comes to like this is the first time they've ever like this is the first time they've ever done something like this where they took a console IP, console exclusive IP, and turned it into a Legos game, right? So this is
Hmm.
the first time they've ever done this, and obviously Sony thinks highly of this franchise, right? And look, it's a different take on it. Like Horizon is a serious has a serious tone to it. This one doesn't. So if you're gonna differentiate it, then this is the way to do it. Now, here's the more controversial part about this. This game is gonna be out on the PS5,
Oh yeah, I know what you're
PC,
gonna say.
and the Nintendo Switch. And the Nintendo Switch. You didn't you heard me correctly.
Yeah. Yes. Yes. That
Right.
was the one where I'm like, oh my gosh. Go ahead, man. Go ahead.
Now, if it wouldn't surprise me if I found out that most of the Lego games sell most on the Nintendo Switch. That wouldn't surprise me at all. Nintendo skews towards younger audiences. The Nintendo Switch. Legos tends more to a younger audience. So that would not surprise me. But if you're Sony, if that like one whose decision was that to put that on Nintendo Switch? Whose decision was it? Was it Legos or was it Sony? Now we're probably never gonna find out because Sony don't like talking about games that they're making anymore. So we'll see. Me personally, like again, I'm gonna make a video about this eventually because I did say that the minute that they take their first party titles and put them everywhere, I was done. I don't look at it. I don't look at this game as one.
Are you for real, dude?
I don't because here's the thing. Because this is a Legos. At the end of the day, this is a Legos game. This is a Legos game. I don't look at it as a Gorilla. Maybe Gorilla might be making it, and it is property. It is first party property, so you have that. But I don't look at it as oh my god, this is the PlayStation put going third party. I don't look at it that way. At least not right now. It needs to be something more substantial. If it was The Last of Us, if it was God of War regular, like because I'll tell you right now, if they do make another Lego game, I guarantee you the next franchise they pick is God of War. I guarantee
Okay.
you the next franchise they pick is God of War. If they do this again. So, we'll see what happens. Like when it comes to Lego games, I'm like you. I don't really I'm not saying they're bad games because I played one of them before when my nieces were younger, were a lot
Yeah.
younger. That feels like a long time ago. But I did play one, and the gameplay was actually pretty good. I thought the gameplay was good, but they're not my cup of tea. So I'm not gonna play this. But
Let's be frank here. Is that the real reason why you don't really care that is going to the Switch because it's a game that you don't really care about?
no, okay. It feels like, and I don't really care about The Last of Us, but if they bought The Last of Us to other consoles, I wouldn't be happy about it. It really isn't that. It's just that we know that Legos is a huge IP. I know that Legos is very popular among kids. And if you're Sony, if you go into this partnership, then if you leave the Switch out of it, then it's not. Then it's obviously not going to be good for. I don't think it's going to be good for yourself. Like you said, Horizon is not the IP that Batman or Star Wars is. It's not on that level. You know what I mean? So they have to put it in as many places as possible. Now the game's not coming out on Xbox, so you do have that, but it is coming out on Switch. So I, to me,
But I don't think it's coming up for PC either, though.
no, it's coming out on PC.
Oh, it is.
Yeah, yeah.
Okay.
PC, PS5, and Switch. So yeah. Me personally, I don't think it's that big of a deal. I can live with it, live without it. It don't matter.
Okay. So, uh, I mean, I hear what you're saying that it's probably going to sell more on the Switch. The problem is like is the name brand. I mean, Sony obviously is a big name brand. PlayStation is obviously a name brand, but I'm talking about just Horizon itself.
Yeah,
Is that really going to draw people, especially kids, into a franchise that they probably don't really care about?
I
You know what I'm
mean,
saying? Because that's why I said, Star Wars kids care about, Batman, kids care about. But I don't think they feel the same way about Horizon.
well, I mean, if you want to introduce them to it, you do it with a Lego game and see if they want to play the real thing. I don't know. I don't know if it's gonna work, but what they're planning on doing.
Well, I mean, I guess to in that standpoint, I guess you could be right because Lego is a big brand too. Because like because they've been making so many Lego stuff over the years. Especially on Android and on iOS, they made a whole bunch of Lego games. Like Lego Heroes, Lego Friends, Lego Factory, all this other Lego stuff. So I get it. I think the fact that it's simply just a Lego video game, it may probably bring kids, entice kids, to at least try the game out. Because like I said, we they know they made Lego Star Wars. I think they had a Harry Potter Lego game. You know what I'm saying? They had Lord of the Rings. They had Marvel, superhero Lego. So they do branch out, and you get a huge variety of mix of Legos because again, Lego is a very big brand, to a lot of kids. So it may work, but I have a feeling that it probably is not going to work on this one. But we'll see because since they're releasing it also on Switch, it does make sense. I see their strategy, into it.
All right, so let me read a couple comments, then I'll make one more comment about it, and we'll move on. Ruben said
Yeah.
that he loved the Lego Forza, so I think it was Forza Horizon, either 4 or 5 that did a Lego expansion, and I didn't play it, but I heard it was good. And
Hmm.
that Lego Pharrell documentary looks good. Also, so is Pharrell is directing that documentary. I'll check it out. Lego Jet Moto. One can only dream.
Really?
No. He's just joking. But only one
Oh,
can
okay.
only. He said Sony's leaving money on the table if Lego gets left off Switch. You need to build your audience like Batman did for our generation. All right. So let me also say
But
this.
but here's the difference. But Batman was a is a far bigger name than Horizon. Same like I
What
said, same with Harry Potter. Same, and remember they did I think they did the Jurassic Park one too. They did the Jurassic Park Lego video game. Like
it
these
wouldn't
are
surprise
huge,
me.
huge. These are huge, huge names where it's going to entice many people, maybe even young adults, to play them. You know what I'm saying?
Wait, but
So, well, go ahead.
you also have to take into account that I think Horizon is supposed to have a TV show um soon. So they're trying what Sony's doing with their IPs, they're trying to branch them out. Right there. So that's why you had the Last of Us TV show, you
Hmm.
have Twisted Metal TV show. So they're trying to branch these things out.
Okay.
My thing is when we're gonna see the fucking games from your studios. When we're gonna see that? That's what I want to know. And also, when it comes to Horizon, before we move on, it would be interesting to see if Lego gets into deals with Nintendo and Microsoft for their IPs also. And I wonder where those games are gonna go because a lot of PlayStation guys are not happy that this game's going on the Switch,
I
right?
actually don't blame them. But go ahead.
I don't. I see both sides of it, so I'm not gonna criticize them, and I'm not gonna criticize this move. But if Halo comes out, let's say they do a Lego's Halo, right? Just off rip, they do a Lego Halo game. I wonder if they're gonna put their games on PlayStation. If
Hmm.
Nintendo does a Legos Mario or Zelda or whatever, I wonder if those games will go out on the other platform. Because in my heart, I'm gonna say they don't.
Oh, you don't think they will?
No,
Oh,
I don't think they would. I don't think they would. They would. Nintendo would put any part of their IPs on other platforms. And you know why I know that? Look at Fortnite. In Fortnite, you could pick a slew of different Xbox characters and PlayStation characters. You could pick characters from Dragon Ball. You could pick characters from Street Fighter. They have IP characters from almost every popular property there is, except for one. And guess which one that is?
oh gosh, Nintendo.
Yeah. So I do
Wow.
wonder if you're gonna put any Horizon property on the Switch, then whatever. But I wonder if Nintendo feels the same way. I wonder if Nintendo would do the same thing. And then to me, I don't think they would. And if they don't, then let's say if hypothetically they create a Nintendo Lego game and it's only on Nintendo, then Sony has some explaining to do.
Uh, okay. I think I see where you're going with this. I see where you're going with this.
All right, so let me read some comments. Ruben said that it's not that big. It's not that it's a bigger name. It's that we know when we're young and we keep in our hearts. So is back with it. He said that Halo licensed out to Mega Blocks. Oh, I've never heard of Mega Blocks.
Now you said that it's not that is a bigger name. Like it is a bigger name because most of these franchises, whether it's in games or it's in movies, they it causes it's a huge relevance to their industry and to the fan base. Like a lot of like everybody knows or heard of Jurassic Park. Everybody heard of Indiana Jones. Everyone knows who Batman is. Majority of people know who about Harry Potter, and every single one of them had Lego games. So it makes sense why people or especially kids are going to be enticed, to buy it because one, they get the best of both worlds. To get a big name like a Batman or a Jurassic Park, and they also get another name which is Legos, and you combine the two. Of course, they're going to sell well, and it's going to be successful. At least that's what I think.
All right. All right. So moving on through here, No More Room in Hell. I don't know what that is. Harry Potter. That's DLC. Cuff Bust. I don't
Dude,
remember
I
what
was
that is.
watching it.
Mhm.
I was watching it. I have no idea what this is. Apparently, from what Jeff Keighley had said, only one person made it. I think one or two
I
people.
did.
Like
I
it wasn't a lot.
Yeah, I did hear that. I did hear that. It's from Two Star Games. Gonna come
You
out
want to watch?
2025.
You
No,
want
I
to
just
watch
want
it?
to see if I. No, I just want to see if I remember it. If I don't remember watching this game, then I don't want. I don't want to really waste my time. We don't have too much time. Let me see. Let me look at the images. I wish my computer was faster. Yeah, I have no idea. Yeah, I have no idea what the fuck this shit is. I ain't watching that. We're good.
Oh, okay. You're not interested. Okay.
Yeah, I have no idea what that is. I have no idea what this is. All right, and then moving on,
Hmm.
waiting for it to pop up here. You had Cuff Bus, Star Wars Outlaws. I have no interest in this game. But that's gonna be a big game, obviously.
Yeah, it's gonna be a big game. I know people, some fans are complaining about how the chick looks like. Um,
Yeah.
to
What else
me,
is
I
new?
think to me, I now personally, now I know I said this before when it came to Fable, and I changed my mind, like, cause she looked hideous, the chick in Fable. But in this one, I think she looks fine. I don't think she looks as terrible as
You,
people make her out
you
to
know,
be.
there is a act that chicken fable is modeled after a real woman.
She is. Are you sure
Yeah.
about that?
When yeah, yeah. When we get to the Xbox conversation, I'll post the picture. I'll
Okay.
post a picture. Neva, I do remember that. I do remember looking at that game. Not interested.
Yeah, I
Uh,
saw clips of it. I guess she has like some dog or some wolf, that follows her around. It gets older, and then you fight attacks and stuff like that. Now, I'm not saying that the art style, looks hideous. I mean, the art style is fine. I just thought, in my opinion, that the game just looked boring to me as I was watching it. So
yeah.
because I was bored, I'm not really interested in giving it a try.
Okay. Sid Meier's Civilization 7. I'm sure you PC guys will love that. Black Myth Wukong. Let's talk about this real quick. This game is going to launch first on PlayStation,
Okay.
and the reason why they don't want to say it, so I'll say it for them. They were having performance issues on the Xbox Series S,
Ah,
which is the same reason why Baldur's Gate 3 came out first on PlayStation. So, oh shit, it's 19 minutes. We're not gonna watch all 19 minutes, but let's
no,
see
yeah,
if
you
we
can
get
show just
some.
a couple of, a few seconds of
Yeah,
it. That's fine.
yeah, because I am mildly interested in this game. I am
You
mildly
are.
interested in it. Yeah.
Oh, I'm shocked. Okay.
Okay, it was the first game. This was a long time ago too. This is the first game that I saw that looks next gen. At least the way that the gameplay feels felt next gen. So yeah, so like I said, I mean, I think the game looked good. So I'm keeping my eye on. I'm keeping my eye on this.
Hmm.
I'm definitely keeping my eye on this. So okay, so let me look at some combat here. Yeah, and the combat was the main reason why I was interested. It's just the
Oh, the
way the
combat
way that
system.
the way that the movements are, the way that the thing that they were doing. It looked good.
Now, okay, like, are you like some kind of ape or caveman, or like, because when you look at his face, like, I couldn't
Yeah, it
figure
looks
out
like
if
an
he
ape.
was a.
Yes, yes, yeah. It's an ape.
It's an ape. Okay, okay,
Yeah.
so it looks like it's ape transition, like starting to, or he's in a transition, to evolve, like that. That's what I was thinking.
Well, that I don't know. That I don't know. But definitely not human.
Okay. Mm, or maybe I thought it was, I don't know, caveman, Neanderthal, whatever. But
Yeah.
okay, but the game does look very impressive. I was very
Yeah.
impressed with how the game looks.
Yeah. Yeah. So right now I just want to see more combat.
So this is a buy for you.
No, I'm not gonna say it's a buy, but I do need to see more. But I'm definitely, if I hear good things about it, then I'll buy it.
Okay.
If I see enough people say good things about it, then I'll buy it. Okay, there we go. From here. Oh, so okay. All right, so let me go back. So yeah, so Wukong. That's coming out soon, and that is only coming out right now on the PlayStation. So yeah, so I can wait for this computer to load. Let me see, where are we at now? Okay, all right, so we already went through this. Once human, I don't know what that is. I don't know if you heard. I don't know if you heard of it.
Um, I think if I remember correctly, I think I was slightly interested. Click on it real quick.
Yes, fucking computer is going slow.
Oh, it's going slow again.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Um,
Wait. Um. Right. So I'll play quick gameplay. Um. Yeah. So
This is for you.
you're interested in this game?
I first I was trying to figure out. I was trying to figure out, is this like some kind of like sci-fi, or is it like a alien, horror, survival horror, type of game? I was trying to figure it out because when I was watching it and I saw like aliens and monsters, and then I guess you were fighting wildlife as well. I was trying to figure out, is this somewhat of a survival horror game to a degree, like an action survival horror game. I couldn't really figure it out. But I mean, I was I impressed with it? I mean, I was like, oh, this game looks interesting, at least to me. It did look interesting to me. Is it a like a first day, like a day one buy? No, 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 but it is something that I would probably play. But apparently it looks like you weren't interested at all.
No, I completely forgot. Um. It is interesting. I'll say. I'll give it that much. It is interesting.
Yeah, so that was one game I was definitely interested in for sure. All right, we can move on to the next one. What else you got?
Yeah. Okay. So they showed. Oh, come on. They showed a metaphor. This is like an art. This is like an RPG from the same people who made I guess in the same vein as Persona. They showed this in the Microsoft conference a couple years ago.
Mm-hmm.
So if you guys are interested, there you go. Batman Arkham Shadow. This is the VR
Yes.
game.
Yeah,
All right.
yeah. What
That is,
when I saw it. Now remember what I said before. You remember
mhm.
how I said when it comes to like VR, I usually what mainly just want to play either maybe a racing game or survival horror game, Resident Evil for example. But I mean, when it comes to this, I was happy, but then I was also disappointed, anticlimactic, people like to call it, because if it's only exclusively, to VR and VR only, that was a disappointment. That's where, because if I really want to play, a game like this, I'm pretty much forced, to buy an extra $500 device just to play, this game. And but is it exclusive, for VR?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's what piss would piss me off, because if I want to play it now, I have to buy VR, and I don't know if I want to do that. The only thing is, how I'm a huge Batman fan, and because I'm a huge Batman fan, it may force me to do that. But the thing is, I'm only going. I'm only
You're really going to buy VR to play one Batman game?
now. Remember, Now remember, I've been guilty of doing this in the past before. Mind you, the main reason why I bought a PS3 was just to play Metal Gear. That's it. You knew how satisfied I was with my two consoles, with the 360 and the Wii. I didn't care about the PS3. The only reason why I bought the PS3 was so I could play was just so I could play Metal Gear Solid 4. That's it. Now, of course, I bought other games along the way. Uncharted, for example, but the ultimately Metal Gear was the main reason why I wanted that console. You know what I'm saying? And so it's not like this is not new to me. I've done this before.
Okay. Okay. We'll talk about Street Fighter 6 in a little bit. Tears of Metal, Dragon Ball Sparking Zero.
Okay, when it comes to Dragon Ball, I
Mhm.
I had said to myself, and I don't think I told you this, or if I told Randy or Big James, I have always said the way how they handled Dragon Ball Z, um um, um Dragon Ball Z on Fighters Z, I think they call it.
Mhm.
The way that they handled that, to me, I thought they handled it perfectly. Unless they go back to the Budokai franchise, you can't ask for anything better than how they did with Dragon Ball Z Fighter Z. And if it's not like that,
I
to
want you to
me, I
take
feel
me
like
to
it's
the
going to be a step back. I think they're going a step backwards if it's not another um, Dragon Ball Fighter Z game. Because again, if it's neither that or Budokai, to me it's just going to be a step backwards. Like if it's like in the Tenkaichi, I don't want them going back to that. If it's going to be just an RPG, Dragon Ball Z, no, I don't want that either. If it's just going to be an adventure game, no thanks. There's really it's really hard for you to, at least for me, to keep me interested in an adventure Dragon Ball Z game or an RPG game when I already seen the story a million times already. And if
Yeah.
you're just gonna go back to the same story over and over and over again, it just gets cliche, it gets played out, it gets too jaded. And so to me, you have to stick with the Dragon Ball Z Fighter Z or Budokai formula to keep me interested. As far as this, I don't know exactly what the game is going to be like. Because to me, it doesn't look like is it a fighting game?
Yeah. But it
And
has a
it
story. It
doesn't.
has a story mode.
I want to see gameplay footage of you fighting, fighting each other. They didn't really show
You
that.
know. Yeah, I didn't really show it. But to me, I've never been a fan of Tenkaichi, so this does nothing for me. So, but I mean, I will admit the stages look cool. Like fighting through the stages look cool, but everything else is it's just Dragon Ball Z. So like I've been there, done that with the franchise. So
Oh, yeah. It's also, you pretty much agree, like what I said. Yeah, it's like the same thing all over again.
yeah, so it's like
Like
if
to
people
me,
really like
the thing
it,
again, I
like
I
they can.
I understand what Riddler tried to say before when he was trying to call me out a while back, saying, "Oh, but that's the source material. That's the source material." Yeah, but the source material was played out already. Like it's already finished. I don't mind them changing the story because look, at the end of the day, look at all the Pokemon games that came out over the years. They were not the same as the cartoon, or the anime, the Pokemon cartoon series. They were all different. You play as different characters and whatnot. You could easily do the exact same thing with with Dragon Ball Z. I know it's like comparing apples and oranges, but you know what I'm saying. Like change it up. You know what I'm saying? Like make new characters, make new stories, because you're just gonna constantly recycle the same thing all over again. You know what I'm saying? You're pretty much taking the Nintendo route of just Mario saving the princess every single time. Like you're just doing the same thing again and again and again. It just gets played out.
I'm busy. Yeah, later. I'm busy. I'm busy. All right. All right. So Delta Force, Hawk Ops.
I think I was interested in that. Yeah, I'm click it real quick. Yeah, your computer's slow.
Yeah.
um,
Okay. So I'll click on this real quick.
it looked like you weren't interested.
No, I just I think this game's already out on PC.
Oh, okay, so it is it well, so why is it going to be ported or what's the point of this then?
I mean, I'm assuming it's gonna be ported to. It's gonna be ported to console. The only
Well,
console I saw was Xbox.
what does it say in the summary?
Let me see. Yeah, this game. Yeah, I think this game. I think Delta Force. I think it has a franchise on PC already. Hold on. Where's that one? The first-person shooter, which offers players both a single-player campaign based on the movie Black Hawk Down, also a large-scale PvP multiplayer action game.
Oh, that's all it
Yeah. So
says. All right, so let's move on.
wait. So based on this, is this how the game's gonna look? Hmm. Okay, I'll keep an eye out for it. All right. Yeah, keep an eye out for it. All right. Next game, we're gonna talk about this. Garo Market City of the Wolves. Yeah, you
Oh
haven't
yeah, yeah,
seen it.
okay.
You haven't seen the trailer yet, so we might as well watch it together. Uh, Go to it here.
Hmm.
All right. Yeah, Fatal Fury, City of the Wolves. Let's see. Let's click on it. So you haven't seen this trailer.
I can't see anything right now.
Yeah, no, because my computer's frozen.
No, no, I don't think I saw. I don't think I saw that trailer. No.
Oh man. Okay. All right, let's watch the trailer. Brought in some returning characters and new characters. So yeah, I'm just waiting for this game to come out.
So
At this
yeah, but
very moment,
this is just an
toxic
expansion pack, right? Or just new characters?
Yeah, new characters,
Okay, just new characters. Okay.
and obviously returning characters from the franchise. So I'll put the volume up for this. Also, yeah, we go.
Feel the power of the Tropican Fist!
Yeah, he was in the he was in the Walk of the Wolves.
Intellect!
So you think he's a cool character? This is a character that you're interested in?
Yeah.
This is the true path of a Kyokugen warrior.
Yeah. I wanted to
Feel
show
it in your Fatal Fury, City of the Wolves.
Hmm. That was a cool super. That was pretty cool.
Yeah. 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 So this is kind of like this is the new trailer that came out. Yeah, just waiting for it.
With Google Workspace, Calendar lets you
Yeah,
share
I
your
can
latest
skip it. I
availability,
can't
so
see it.
customers can book time on your
I
calendar
can't see the
without
skip
any
button.
back
So I
and forth.
apologize for this.
That's appointment scheduling made easy with Google Workspace.
There we go.
Time to set sail!
This guy, Vox Reaper. This guy, so I
Pause it.
there.
Yeah, pause it. Because every time when you was trying to talk over the audio, like everything was breaking apart.
Okay.
Yeah, I think you're supposed to pause it. But what were you saying about Vox Reaper?
Yeah, he's new. Like
A brand new character.
Yeah, brand new character.
Okay. He looks
I
cool.
can't-
Like he looks cool. I'm not gonna lie.
We only have confirmation I think about like 7-8 characters. So like I said, we'll find out more. We'll find out more in the upcoming months.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, so that was the Fatal Fury Mark of the Wolves. So yeah, looking forward to that. And going back, try to run through these real quick.
Now,
before-
as far as do you take the competition in there seriously, like you do with Street Fighter and Tekken?
as far as what?
Like competing online and stuff like that. Like you take it. Do you take it seriously? Because I know with other fighting games that you had, like Dragon Ball Z and stuff, you didn't really take those seriously. I don't think you take Mortal Kombat seriously either, if I remember correctly.
No.
But like,
No.
do you take this game as serious like you do with Street Fighter and Tekken?
No, because the thing is that we haven't had a Fatal Fury game since 2001. When it comes to King of Fighters, no, because playing online in that game it's just been a pain in the ass the last couple times I tried. I don't know if Mark of the Wolves is gonna be the same way.
Oh,
I don't know if they're gonna be the same way. So yeah, so we'll see. I mean, if like I said, if the game's good enough, then I mean I'm gonna buy the game, so it doesn't matter anyway. So okay, so let me see if I can try to run through these.
yeah, it's already like almost 9:15 already.
Yeah. Okay. This was my most hyped game of the show right here.
Oh, this one.
Yeah. This was my.
Yeah,
most
I
hyped show.
I was actually hyped about it too. Yeah, you got to play this.
Yeah. This was my most hyped game. Like Power Rangers, what do you call it? Rita's Rewind.
Yeah.
Why is this thing paused? Oh man. Yeah, I have no idea why this thing paused. Ah, man. Yeah, it's been. Yeah, I apologize, people. It's been a frustrating. I don't know if it's IGN or my internet, but this has been no. Yeah, this has been frustrating. I apologize. Thanks. It's frozen.
All right, let me see if I can play it on my end,
Yeah.
so we can continue.
All right. In the meantime, okay, I think it's about to come on. Oh, there we go. I got it. I got it.
Oh, okay.
As you can tell already, I don't know if it's from exactly the same people who made the Turtles game that came out a year or so ago. Definitely had the same look.
It does. Yes, it does. Like when you pause it real quick and I don't know if you could go back to where they were surrounding Goldar. Um, let me see if you can, because there's just one thing that I thought that was I wanted to just show real quick. Yeah, I guess you could start from there. Yeah. Let's see. Yeah, right there. Dude, I immediately had the Nintendo Turtles, Ninja TMNT vibes and flashback once I saw that. Once I saw this, I'm like, oh my gosh, it does, like, I don't know. I don't know if it's because of the movement or of the flow, how the gameplay is. It really looked like, because it doesn't look anything remotely close to like Streets of Rage or any other beat 'em up. It immediately looked like as if I was playing Ninja Turtles, and I knew immediately okay, I'm gonna have fun, with this game. I'm really gonna have fun with this game. This looks incredible. Wow, that was cool.
They put a lot into it, so that's what I appreciate most about it. They put a lot into it.
Yes, that was really impressed to watch. Like, is it a game? Is it a day one buy for you?
Oh yeah, 100%. Yeah.
Okay. Like, I remember
Yeah.
we were supposed to, have like a game night, doing like Ninja Turtles like we did with Streets of Rage, and we never
Mhm.
got the opportunity to do that.
I mean,
Hopefully, we'll.
we did play Turtles together, didn't we?
I don't think so. No,
Mm.
no. But
Right. Yeah.
I still do hope that the next game night that we do have, that that we all get to play, that together. Because, man, playing Streets of Rage, with you guys, bro, trust me, it's so much fun. It's so much fun, and I want to do the same thing, for this and for TMNT, of course. But yeah, we can move on.
Mecha Break. I don't care about that. The First Descendant. Um, I think this one, Exosuit action game. I don't know. I don't remember this game, but you know, we don't have time to watch this. You got Alan Wake DLC, Night Springs.
Yeah.
It's actually out today if you guys want to watch it. All right. I do have to address this. Let me address this.
Okay.
Skate. Now I played Skate, you know, before. I have Skate 3 on my Xbox, and you know, I think Skate is a good game.
Okay.
Now I don't know if it's better than Tony Hawk. I prefer Tony Hawk, but Skate's a fun game. I legitimately want this game to be good. I really do.
Okay.
I don't know. I get rid of this shit because they showed this in the conference, and I had no idea what this was. And all I want to see is like skate gameplay. That's it. And again, they don't know when the game's gonna come out. It's a from what I can tell, this is a open world uh skateboard MMO, basically what they're turning it into.
Mm-hmm.
So we'll see. Like I said, EA is making it, so I do that automatically. That's a you know
That's a red flag.
yeah. Even though they made the other ones. So the console play testing coming out this fall. So we'll see. We'll see. I want the game to be good. I really do. Valorant, that's a console. That's a PC game going on console. I don't really care about that. All right. Yeah. Among Us.
Yeah, I didn't care about that.
What's going on here? One second. Okay, yeah, I went back. Dune. I don't know. I don't know about this. Did you watch the Dune movies?
No. You know what's funny? I actually bought Dune on DVD because I heard how amazing the movie was, and I completely forgot to watch it. It's still wrapped in its plastic, and it's still sealed up. Never opened it because I just completely forgot.
All right. Kingdom Come Deliverance 2. I've never played the first one, so I don't care. Slitterhead. I don't remember this. This from the Silent Hill creator.
Oh, I remember. Yes, I remember. Yes. I remember. Watching. Yeah, that game looks really. That game, at least to me, looks good.
Real quick.
I know you're not gonna be interested because this is not your cup of tea.
Yeah. Yeah. So what is this game? So you just switch from people to people?
Do you remember this game called Geist from the GameCube?
You know what? Yeah, I do.
It almost kind of reminded me of that to a degree. And I said, because now I'm not saying that, oh wow, you know, it looks so amazing. The game looked like so much, looks like it's fun to play. Like, but that's the first thing that came up to my mind when I saw this.
Mm-hmm.
But as you can see, this is not. I know for a fact this is not something that you be into.
No.
This is not something that.
No.
This is not your cup of tea at all. Like I got a mixture of that. I kind of got a bit of a mixture of what was the other game that it was like very. There's something that's very similar to this. I can't remember what the game was. But yeah, I know for sure this. I know immediately this is not something that you be into. Like you see, like he's able to turn that into like a machine gun or whatnot. And I'm like, oh okay, like this is very interesting. It looks different.
Mm-hmm.
The fact that you see how he is able to to change to a different character. You could change it to an animal. Like that's where I got Geist from. Like I immediately thought of Geist or Geese, whatever it's called, from the GameCube. So I said, oh, okay, maybe this is something I could probably check out. But Killer Bean, I was not interested. Were you interested in that?
A little bit,
You
a
were.
little, yeah, a little bit. I ain't gonna
Oh,
lie to you.
jeez.
I was a little bit interested in this. It's like a parody of other action games, so I'm actually a little bit interested in this.
Okay.
Wonder Stop. I don't know what that is. New World. Don't know what that is. Power World update. Yeah, I don't play that. Uh, Monster Hunter. I don't care about that. Monster Hunter.
Yeah, I know you don't like Monster Hunter.
Kinitsugami Path to the Goddess. I think they showed gameplay of this in the cat. I think there's a Capcom game in it. Yeah,
Yeah.
it's a Capcom game. Okay. And I think this was the last game I think they showed. Phantom Blade Zero. Yeah, it was the last game. I know people. I know there's some people that I know who are really hyped about this game.
How do you feel about it?
I mean, I don't really care, but it don't look bad though. It don't look bad. So yeah, that was it for the show. Um, let me go back to the let me go back here. All right, so let me see. Let me read some comments. So like I said, I apologize. My computer's been acting slow all day, and we'll do the Xbox conference and then we'll end it there because I can't deal with the computer the way it is right now.
Okay, so
Uh,
we'll do the. Are we going to continue the show Thursday, or we're just going to wait till next week?
I'll try Thursday. I do have stuff I have to do. But I'll if we can't do a show Thursday will definitely be the day. But I do have stuff I have to do. So
It's funny. It's funny that first off, I knew this was going to happen because when it comes to these shows, like I knew it was going to take a while. I completely forgot, and I know it's too late now, but bro, I completely forgot to ask you if you had wanted to just keep all the shows on a Thursday and have either like maybe Big James or Seafield, my brother, to come and do a dedication of the games of all the showcase games only on that Thursday, and I completely forgot to ask you about that, but it's too late now.
yeah. All right. If Nolan going back to the last conversation, if Nintendo works with Fortnite, it's not Nintendo exclusive. Uh, so okay, so Ruben's excited about Civilization. And he said that we need Beyond Earth 2. Okay. He wasn't a fan of the first one. Nolan said play KOF 15 with Soul and don't take it seriously.
Yeah, it's funny because Soul told me he doesn't really take King of Fighters seriously either. And
Yeah.
you know what somebody said, and I don't know, and I remember we had this discussion a long time ago, to where a lot of people believe that that King of Fighters should be should use the same formula like Capcom uses with Street Fighter, because of how well Capcom versus SNK and how the SNK characters played so well, with the Street Fighters, format for input and whatnot. And I remember, dude, a long time ago, I wanted to have that discussion with you because when people were playing the other one, the King of Fighters version, the SNK version,
Mhm.
of I think it was what Capcom versus Chaos, SNK Chaos or whatnot.
Yeah. Yeah.
A lot of people didn't like that game. A lot of people really hated that game. I thought the game was fine, but obviously Capcom CVS2 was far better. Do you think that they should probably adapt the same way how Street Fighter is played, because you could clearly see how well those characters play with the Street Fighter format.
No, I mean, if SNK has a certain type of fighting game that they appeal to, then it should. That's how it should be.
Oh, okay.
If you play the way you play, then that's fine. I think the problem with SBC Chaos is that it was made by a company that was already doing poorly at the time. They weren't doing very well financially, and I think that hurt the development. And also, I think when you go from Capcom, when you go to Capcom versus SNK art style from that to SBC Chaos, which looks ugly. I'm sorry, it looks ugly. It looks fucking ugly.
Yeah.
Those KOF games from 1999, I want to say all the way to KOF 11. Those games are ugly looking games. I'm sorry, they are.
You thought 99 looked ugly?
Yeah,
Really? Okay.
I thought it looked ugly. And
Hmm.
those, if you and then you take what they did with KOF 13, I will always stand by this. KOF 13 is the best looking King of Fighters game they've ever made. 14 and 15, they're not bad looking game, but with the 3D, with the 2D, 3D playing, I don't think it works for that game. It don't work for that type of game. It works for Samurai Showdown, and I think it works for Fatal Fury, City of the Wolves.
Yeah.
But for KOF, it just don't work. There's a plainness to the art style and the look of those games. And to me, I think they need to if they're going to make a Capcom, if SNK is going to make a Street Fighter slash Capcom game, and I actually want to talk about it in Street Fighter 6, but I'll do it here. If they do want to talk about, if they do want to make it, then it has to look like KOF 13, or it has to look like it has to look good. It can't look like dog shit.
Yeah.
We'll talk about that a little later, because I do want to get to the Street Fighter conversation. No matter what, we're gonna get to the Street Fighter stuff. All right, Ruben said that the Doom book is amazing. My sister's in the chat. What's going on, Whitney?
What's up, Whitney?
All right, so Critical Drop said, here's my question. Do you guys think MGS3 is a remake with the gameplay like MGS5 and better graphics, or a remaster? Because the voice acting, they just kept the recording of MGS3.
Yeah, they did.
Is it a remake or no? It's a remaster. To me, it's a remaster. If the gameplay is fundamentally the same, then it's a remaster. Like I look at a game like Final Fantasy VII, right? The new one. That's a remake.
Mm-hmm.
That's a complete remake. I look at a game like
Resident Evil 4.
No. Resident Evil 4, to me, that's a remaster. I look at it as a remaster. I don't look at it as a remake. Because to me, a remake is you're just improving an old game. You're just keeping the same structure of the game. You're just making, just subtle improvements. A remaster, you're completely no. I felt it. I got.
Yeah, you got it mixed up.
A remake, you're completely remaking what the first game was about. So Resident Evil 1 and 2 are remakes. A remaster, to me, is a game that is the same game, but you're just making subtle improvements to it. That's how I look at it.
So you think Metal Gear Solid 3 is actually a remaster, not a remake?
Yeah, pretty much. Yeah. If they're keeping the same audio as the old game, then to me that's a remaster. And there's nothing wrong with that. There's nothing wrong with that.
I mean, I think I understand when people say, "Oh, if it's a remake, it has to be from the ground up, including the sound quality and everything else." And to me, I understand that. And also, what I will also say, I think they're being very lazy.
Mm-hmm.
I think they're being very lazy of not updating the audio, adding new dialogue, into it. Like they didn't do any of that. They didn't do any of that.
But here's the thing: if you have to remember, like this game was made, Metal Gear Solid 3 was made how many years ago?
Yeah, back when we were in high school.
Yeah, so like obviously, I don't know if David Hayter's not doing the voice of Snake anymore.
I'm pretty
Like you
sure
said,
he
yeah,
would. I'm pretty sure he would do it if they
I,
asked him.
I mean, and they pay him lots and lots of money, yeah. But I don't know. I don't know if he's reprising his role. I don't know if he is or not. Well, I
Mhm.
mean, like he's not because he's making because they're just using the same audio based on what McKinley's saying.
Yeah, but that's for everybody, not just him. Like they're not adding new any dialogue at all with any of the characters.
So
Which is why I think they're being lazy. Like if you're going to remake a game, you need to that should also include the audio, the dialogue, etc. But if you're just going to keep the same thing all over again, it, it kind of makes no sense because there's supposed to be some kind of new enhancement or upgrade, I should say, when it comes to the audio
yeah,
and the audio quality. So you're going to improve the graphics. You're obviously going to improve the gameplay. You're probably going to add new and newer, cutscenes into it. It just doesn't make sense that you didn't include the audio into that, in my opinion. So to me,
and
it's a remake, but they're only like half ass. It's like half and half. I should probably say.
well, I need to see how the gameplay looks. If the gameplay is drastically different, then to me, that's a remake. If it's going to be the same but only make enhancements and improvements, then and to me that's a remaster. That's how I look at it. If they're making a complete change to a game, then it's a remake.
Yeah.
If they're keeping the same game for the most part and just making subtle improvements, then that's a remaster. That's how I look at it.
Okay. Fair
And
enough.
I do want to say this when it comes to Capcom, um, when it comes to like remasters and using the same audio, um, in Street Fighter 6 they added music where you can get music from previous games, right?
And which game?
Pretty much previous Street Fighter games, and you can
Oh,
add them. You add them to like in Street Fighter 6, right? So they added. Yeah, it's kind of like the same thing they did in Tekken 8, but just not as good.
yeah. And they did the. I don't know if you remember, but Nintendo also did that with Smash Brothers.
Yeah,
Like when you could actually pick what song that you want to play that was on the on the GameCube version
yeah,
or on the Wii version. You could play, and they have just about nearly every single one,
yeah, and
almost.
I guarantee you they did it better than what they did here with Capcom. I guarantee you they did it better
Oh my
because here's the
gosh.
thing.
Okay, go
Here's
ahead.
the thing. Now these things do cost. Like I spent money on this. I spent money on the music because I like Street Fighter 6 and I don't mind spending money on it. So I actually paid actual money for this.
Okay.
Now, for one, the music is only tied to the characters, so you can't assign music to a stage, which is frustrating.
Oh, that's stupid.
Yeah, that's stupid, right?
Because with
And also,
Tekken and Smash, you could assign it to the stage.
yeah. Now with now that's garbage. But even what's even more garbage is they just took the audio from those games and just put it in the game and put it in Street Fighter 6. They didn't remaster them. And what I mean by that is that you can hear like when you hear there's a different level of quality when it comes to the Street Fighter 6 music, which by and large is garbage, and the music that I picked in the past, which is great, but the audio is garbage. It's low, you can barely hear it. It is garbage. Now you can't tell me you couldn't remaster that music because they did it in Tekken. They do it like you said, they do it in Smash.
Yes.
It's a different level of quality when you go from one song to the next. It's not good.
Yeah, because these are from old consoles, and obviously with older technology, yeah, it's not going to sound as
No,
good.
not gonna sound as good.
Yeah.
Especially when the music is drowned out by sound effects, by effects that your characters are doing. so the music gets drowned out. But the thing is that you could have done a much better job porting that music over and making it better.
Yeah.
So I just want to go on a little tangent on that.
And how
So
much you
Ruben,
pay for it?
like about I think I bought like Street Fighter bucks or whatever the fuck they call it. I think I bought $10 worth.
$10. So how many songs did they give you in total for that price?
Well, they it goes by game. So if you buy soundtrack for Street Fighter 2, that's like 200 Street Fighter bucks or whatever the fuck they call it.
Mm-hmm.
So it goes by game. So
Okay, so
I bought like soundtrack to three of those games,
okay,
and
so
they
you
all
bought. Oh my bad, my bad. Go ahead, go ahead.
and they all sound they don't sound good.
None of them.
No,
Wow.
if you play them individually, they sound fine, but there's no they did no type of audio amplification. They did nothing. They just took the audio from the game and put it in this new game, and it doesn't fit. It doesn't
Oh my
fit.
gosh. It doesn't sound good. Oh.
No, it's lazy, completely
Oh
lazy.
man.
That's
Oh
so
man.
that's frustrating. Ruben said that RE4 is a remake, MSG 3V is a remake, Delta is a remake. It's a remaster with a remade sound. And Nolan said that they should just rehire David Hayter.
Like well, first off, I do agree that they should just rehire David Hayter. Something tells me part of the reason why they didn't want to improve the dialogue is because I think it's because of that reason. I think because their relationship ended badly.
Yeah.
They don't want to waste their time hiring him and hiring everybody else who originally made the first game. Again, they're being lazy, and you see once again you see what happens, how things get compromised in a negative way when you try to make shortcuts, or when you're not trying to try to rekindle a relationship with your old employees, or subcontractors or contractors, whatever you want to call it. This is what happens when you become lazy. And now hopefully it's still going to sound. I don't think it's going to sound good. I changed my mind. I don't think it's going to sound good. If you're going to prove everything else with the exception of the dialogue, I don't necessarily think it's going to sound good.
Oh, we'll see. All right, so we're gonna do the Xbox showcase real quick. This is not in order because I know they had their own conference for Call of Duty Black Ops 6. Um, I mean, it looked like Call of Duty for the most part.
Well,
You know.
when I saw the gameplay, I was actually impressed with it.
Mhm.
I was actually impressed, with the gameplay. Now, obviously, we can't watch gameplay footage with all these games. It's almost 9:45. But I was very impressed, with Black Ops. I'm not, and I'll be frank with you. Of all the Call of Duty games that I just were no longer interested in, of all the Call of Duty games that has been out, including the recent ones, this one I'm actually interested in playing. And
Well, I,
and it's been a long time since I played a Call of Duty game. And this one I'm actually interested in. What were you gonna say?
well, I mean, I have Game Pass, so it's gonna be on Game Pass. So I'll just download it from there. I just don't know if I have the space to be honest with you
I thought you bought extra storage.
for the PlayStation.
Oh,
Yeah,
okay.
we'll see. If this game is good, then I'll buy extra space for the Xbox also. So you mentioned this. You mentioned this. They showed Doom.
Yeah. I actually want to watch gameplay footage on this one. I was really impressed with the gameplay in this game.
Yeah, they don't have trailers on here.
All right, let me play it on mine then.
Yeah, just let me know when you get it ready.
Yeah.
All right, so they showed Doom, State of Decay 3. I don't care about that. Dragon Age, the Velguard. I mean, I don't care about that. They showed expansion for Starfield, the Shattered Space. I don't care. Fallout 76. I guess this is like an expansion. Okay, I don't care about that.
Oh, here it is, right here.
Okay.
You can see it.
Yeah, they give me one moment. The computer frozen.
Oh, crap. Okay. Let me know when you're ready.
Yeah.
Yeah, when you're ready, let me know. Um, and what's funny is that I was I was never really that big of a fan of Doom. Like I think like the old classic Doom games.
Mhm.
I thought they were fine, but but once when it got to like whatever it was 360 and whatnot. I don't know. For some reason, for me, I thought that the Doom franchise just went downhill, and that they were just trash. I always felt like the Doom franchise was just trash. And but this one here, I was like, whoa! I would like to play this. Is your computer ready?
Yeah.
Okay.
All right. So Ruben said the way you say it, not even we may sound the same. No bueno. Yeah, pretty much. That's not good for a video game if you have enhanced sound everywhere else except for here. It's
Oh, you're
not the
talking about the
same.
comments. You're talking about the comments. Okay.
Yeah. Yeah. But yeah, I don't really care for Doom to be honest with you, but this don't look bad.
Oh, okay.
That's why this game
Dude,
is
like,
coming out on PlayStation also.
dude, when I'm just watching him using his shield and how he's using his right hand. Now, of course, obviously, there's been first person games that has the same thing, but I don't know, bro. Listening to the music and just watching this trailer, I was like, holy cow, this just looks fun. Like the weapons on that he has just looks phenomenal looking. I don't know what it is, but it just looked phenomenal. I don't know why that was cool. Like I do love the fact how he could use the shield, obviously for protection, using it as a weapon. At first, I thought he was using it like it was a chainsaw. Maybe it is. Maybe I have to look at it again. But it felt like he was using it like if it was like a chainsaw, to some degree. Yeah, that was cool. I thought that was really cool.
Yeah, it was good, man. It does look good.
Yeah, when I saw that, I'm like, wait a minute, like what in the world is this? That was sick, man. That was sick. When Buddy started, using his flamethrower in the other dragon's mouth, I'm like, holy cow! I was actually hyped up, for this game. It's been and dude, not just Call of Duty, but even with Doom, it's been such a long time since I've actually been this hyped and excited for a Doom game. That game looked very, very good.
All right. So Nolan asked in expansion to 76, why not Fallout 2? And then he also said, hopefully we can get an Unreal Tournament 4 like this. Yeah, that's not gonna happen. That's
Why you
not
say
gonna
that?
happen.
Why you say that?
Because aren't new IPs aren't the thing no more. It's expansions and stuff like that. That's the new thing right now. South of Midnight. This game garnered a lot of attention. I guess. Oh, okay. We can show the trailer here.
Okay.
This game is getting a lot of attention. It definitely has a cool look to it. I have to admit, it definitely has a cool look to it.
Oh, that's a surprise. I would expect you not to be interested in this game at all, or say anything good about it.
We'll see. We'll see. But this is the first time they show gameplay too. Like this is like what happened. This is the first time they show gameplay of this game. So I'm glad they did because all they showed the first time was a trailer.
Mhm.
Do you think my mom's still alive?
If your mom
So you see, he has a unique art style, and the thing is that some people are saying that the frame rate is chuggy. I think this is how the game is supposed to look and how it's supposed to move. Because remember, this kind of like had the same stop motion that Into the Spider Verse has.
Yeah.
He has a very similar art style, or at least he used the same type of motion that game that game used. So it's not. So the frame rate is not the issue here. So as you can see, yeah, I mean the game looked good. I have to admit the game looked good. Graphically, it looks good.
Is the buy for you?
Well, it's on Game Pass, so if I want to play it, I can play it.
Okay, I wanted to ask you about.
I mean, if I had to buy it, I would wait.
What I wanted to ask you, when I was watching the Xbox showcase and how they were saying how a lot of these games, and I think almost all of them, were going to be available day one on Game Pass.
Mhm.
Did that did that in a way, did that make you feel that okay, I'm no longer ever buying an Xbox game again, even if the game really did interest you? Like, did it pretty much, were you
That's
able
why.
to
That's why I've been
dismiss?
saying. That's why I've been. That's why.
Go ahead.
That's why I bought the Series S because I don't buy play. That's why I bought the Series S, so I don't buy Xbox games anymore.
Hmm.
That's why I bought the S. That's why I bought the one with no disc. Because why? If you're gonna give me the option, and this is my secondary console, then yeah, why wouldn't I? Why wouldn't I take advantage of it?
Okay. So you wouldn't buy it digitally either.
Because hell, all the consoles. What do you mean?
Because can't you still buy the
Oh, would I?
game?
Oh, if it was only digital. Oh, digital. It depends. It depends on the game. If I'm interested in the game, then I'll buy it.
Oh, okay, you would actually
If I'm
buy it.
interested in the
Okay.
game, then I'll buy it. Yeah. But when it comes to like if it's on Game Pass, then I'm using Game Pass. That's why I paid money for Game Pass.
Yeah.
So yeah, so you saw gameplay of South of Midnight. It looked good. Definitely looks good. Definitely looks good. Definitely on my radar. Get off this. Okay, what's the next? What's this game here? This is Claire Obscure. Expedition 13. Yeah, I did hear a lot of people talk about this game also. This is like
Yeah,
I think this is from Square Enix, I think.
it's an RPG, isn't it?
Yeah, RPG. Is this from Square Enix? I don't think so. No. Sandfall Interactive. Um, yeah, I think this game is gonna. I don't know. I don't think this is associated with Xbox, so I don't know if it's gonna be exclusive to Xbox, but whatever. Okay, so they show Perfect Dark.
Yes.
Um, yeah. So you played Perfect Dark on the N64, did you?
No.
No, you never did. Okay.
No.
Okay. We'll see how this game goes. Like this game has my game has my attention a little bit.
You
Just a
were you
little.
were you were you were into the Perfect Dark franchise?
No. By the time Perfect Dark came out, I've been forgotten about the N64. I was I was deep into PlayStation and PlayStation 2. And I know Perfect Dark came out near the tail end, the latter half of the N64. So I didn't give a shit about it. But this gameplay post looks interesting. Yo, let's look at the gameplay. This
Yeah.
is first person, so a lot of people are saying that it's kind of like similar to the Mirror's Edge, which I've never played Mirror's Edge. So.
Yeah, I remember playing Mirror's Edge. I forgot what store. You remember how back in the day when you would go to a Walmart or Best Buy and they would have like all the games on display. I think Best Buy do it sometimes I think,
Mm-hmm.
but you remember how back in the day it was everywhere. Like no matter what electronic store you went to, there were just games that you could play. Like I remember playing it. I forgot where. I don't know if it was Walmart or if it was Best Buy or Target. It was somewhere where I actually played it in the store, and I was like, oh, the game was okay, but I didn't really care about. I knew it was in the game that I was going to buy and play, and also I heard that it had no replay value whatsoever. So
Okay. Yeah, so yeah, this is what I'm talking about. Like games like this has the potential to make me motion sick. So I do have to be careful.
have you ever had
Yeah, like
motion sickness
that's
before in
really the
past
main reason
games?
why. Yeah, yeah,
You have.
yeah.
What
Quake
game?
playing Quake. Yeah, Quake. When I played it on my PC a long time ago, I would play for like 20 minutes and then I would get woozy.
Oh man,
Yeah,
really?
yeah. So
I
this
think
game
that's just
has the
all
potential
mental.
to make me motion. It could be like, but even still, I don't want to take that risk. I don't want to take that chance. So yeah, so she had the smart pistol, does that, run away. All right, so we'll see. 'Cause I did hear there are some games like some people were reporting that this game was going through development hell, but thankfully, from what I can tell, it looks like it looks good.
Yeah. Mhm.
It looks good. So yeah, so yeah, so that's pretty much it. Let's go back. Yeah. So I mean, yeah, if I was watching the show, like I said, I haven't watched the show, but if I was watching the show, I already seen like two or three things that really interest me. So I'm cool
Okay.
with that.
What were the games again that interest you?
South by Midnight. Well, let me see.
Skate.
Yeah, South by Midnight. Um, just Perfect Dark and Doom Dark Ages.
Oh, so Doom interests you too. Oh, okay.
So yeah, Yeah. I thought it was good. I thought it was good showing. All right, so World of Warcraft, don't care. Age of Mythology, don't care. Flintlock. I have heard about this game. This game they've been showing this game off for a couple showcases now.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, so we'll see how that goes. All right, so obviously Metal Gear Solid Delta, Snake Eater, the Diablo 4, don't care. I think this is a new expansion, I think, or something.
I mean,
Like
they on Metal Gear. Go back to Metal Gear real quick. Like they actually show a little bit of gameplay footage of it.
here.
If I don't know, did you see it?
Oh no, I haven't seen it.
Yeah, I think they showed some gameplay footage.
No,
So what?
it's not here though. So if you have some, you can show it.
Okay.
All right, so Diablo 4, don't care. Fable. All right, so okay, so let's. I don't want to go through this too much because I feel like this is gonna be an argument. So let's go to the Fable female character because from what I can tell, you can create your own character in the game. So I don't think you're gonna be playing as that ugly woman that you guys don't want to play as. So let me show you the picture. I did promise I'll show you the picture.
Okay.
Okay, there you go. This is her. And now I'll share in a second. I'm just trying to achieve it. Trying to get it right now. Like I said, computer slow, so I apologize. Yeah. So in the meantime, do you have the gameplay to Metal Gear Solid 3?
Yeah. Let me get it right now.
Yeah. Okay.
Okay, I have it. Let me know when you're ready.
Yeah. Go ahead.
Flying over Pakistan. Altitude 30,000 feet. Approaching Soviet airspace.
Listen up, Jack. Your mission is to infiltrate Selino Yask in the Soviet mountains, ensure the safety of Sokolov, and bring him back to the west.
Yeah, dude. You could see right now. It's completely different. They completely improved the graphics. That's why I say I don't necessarily will call it a remaster like you do.
Well,
Your code name for this mission will be...
Go ahead.
I want to see gameplay.
I'll be referring to you as Snake from now on. The clock is ticking. This will be a sneaking mission. You must not be seen by the enemy. You must leave no trace of your presence. Is that clear? This kind of infiltration is the Fox unit's specialty. In other words, weapons and equipment are procured on site. That goes for food as well.
That was pretty cool because I don't think you could do that in the first game for the PS2 and the Xbox, where you could actually take the cannon, I think it was called cannon, like a crocodile, whatever you call it, and use it, to use it as a disguise. You couldn't do that in the original game.
That goes for food as well. You're completely naked, just as your name implies.
I have to find my own weapons and equipment. Whose crazy idea was this anyway?
The mission rests entirely in your hands.
The real one-man army. Freeze. Speak.
Yeah. I'm gonna rewind it just a little bit, like right here. Let me see.
Freeze. Speak.
Like when he told him, to speak, to get like information and stuff. Yeah, that wasn't in the first game either. So I immediately said, okay, like they did add extra things in the into the remake that you couldn't do in the first game. Now you see me on Twitter. I complained about this. I complained about that they made her look awful. They made her look like garbage. I mean, at least for me, and a lot of Metal Gear Solid fans also complained about how the way they made the boss look. Um, she does not look the same like she did in the original. Now there was this I don't know, I forgot the guy's name. I need to give him a shout out. But there was a different version of how she was actually supposed to look like, because she looks exactly the same way as she did in the original. Matter of fact, as this playing, I'm going to see if I can pull it up, real quick. But I'm gonna continue playing this clip. It's almost done. Oh, okay, it's finished. Okay.
Commencing virtuous mission now.
So, what did you think overall?
It looked good. Definitely looked good. Like I remember playing the beginning of Metal Gear Solid 3. I didn't play the whole game, but I do remember playing the beginning of it.
Do you by any chance do you remember how far you went into the game?
I think I went to the part where boss breaks your arm.
Oh,
I got that
okay.
part.
Oh, okay. And then
Yeah.
she
I
threw.
didn't. Yeah, I didn't. Yeah, I didn't. Yeah, I didn't get that far in the game. I know that game. I know that part happens early.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah, that happened early. Now, real quick, I have I actually recorded this on Twitter, so it's like right here. Right, can you see it?
Yeah.
So Norman Radius, I don't know how you say his last name, but shout out to you and shout out to all the other Metal Gear fans. That this is how she originally looks in the Metal Gear game. Now, in the Pakincho machines and whatnot, this is how she actually looks like in that version. Or what's it called? It's called pitch lot. I don't know. I can pronounce that. Maybe you can. I can pronounce this, but this is how she looks like in that version. And when you look at it, yeah, it look pretty accurate. But they decided to go with this look. She looks hideous. I'm sorry, she looks hideous. Doesn't look remotely the same at all. She looks like trash. And go ahead.
Which way is more realistic?
Realistic?
Yeah. If you put yourself in her situation, which look would look more realistic?
All right, let's take a look one more time. Now remember, like, this is an old version. Like, it's gonna be very difficult for you to difficult to tell. Oh, obviously this one's gonna look like more realistic because with the updated graphics. This is just like a Pachico machine. It's not going to look as good at all.
I'm talking about the aesthetics. I'm talking about her aesthetic. In the HD version, she looked like she had makeup on. She looked like she had like lipstick, all the other stuff, right?
In this version,
No, on the HD edition, the old school version.
Yeah, this one here.
Yeah. And this one, looks more realistic. I would admit that. And then, but to me, how she looks in the second picture, the one by itself, looks more realistic.
I mean, with this one, I don't see. She looks plain to me on this one. She doesn't look like she's wearing makeup at all in this.
Yeah.
I mean, I don't think so.
Yeah, but
This
me,
one,
I don't. Yeah.
yeah,
Yeah,
this
go
one,
ahead.
she looks. I'm sorry, she looks hideous in this. She doesn't.
But
She
if
doesn't
she,
look. She doesn't look. She doesn't look the same at all. And anybody with common sense, you don't even have to be a Metal Gear fan. You could just have a nonchalant type of attitude and not care about the franchise. But anybody would tell you that this one looks more accurate than the actual source. You know what I mean?
to the source material, I would agree with you there. But when it comes to realism, based on the situation that she's in, this is the more realistic look. This is the more realistic look.
I think it's only easier for you to say that because the graphics looks better. Because yeah, so yeah, I
No,
think
this
they're
is the
gonna.
more realistic look.
I don't.
This
Okay,
is,
but even if that was the case, at least
Mhm.
make her look the same.
I mean,
You know what I'm
it is
saying? Like
remastered.
at least make her look the same. Like if you and I'm not just saying this, just to complain. Like if they did that with Snake, or if they did that with Liquid Snake, for example, any characters who you actually became a fan of. Because remember, a lot of people associate Metal Gear to other franchises like Batman, to where all the villains were iconic. They were very important and whatnot. Especially with the original Metal Gear game, everybody was a fan of some villain that you had to go up against. You know what I mean? And the same thing happened, with Metal Gear 3. She was a very huge fan favorite. Like she was just an awesome character. So to me, I just find it very strange that you didn't want to continue to hold on, to the original source. Because from what I heard, everybody else looks the same except her, and people are now worried that they are going to intentionally make Eve look ugly also. And I completely forgot about Eve, but they believe that they're going to make her look ugly also on purpose. And if they do that, and then it goes to show that all the time that people constantly been complaining about they're purposely removing aesthetics from the women, it's not just one or two games. Nearly almost every single game is doing this. And I don't appreciate it. She does not look remotely the same at all. She looks like a completely different character. Like that. Now, I think you're focusing on, oh well, she's in war, or like she's not really
Yeah.
supposed to look. She's not really supposed to look attractive. I'm assuming that's what you're trying to say. But
I mean, what
even
I don't know what I don't know what you expect her to look like. Though. That's what I'm saying.
even if I agree with you on that, it still doesn't excuse the fact that she doesn't even look the same like the original source. Everything about her completely changed. It's like it's a completely different character.
I don't know if I go
That's
that
the
far.
issue. That's the issue. That's the issue I have. Oh, come on, Hoovy, man. You know she does not look the same at all. I mean, look at the picture. You know they don't look the same. I wish I could do it side by side, but you know they don't look the same at all.
I mean,
This is a much far better look. Far better look to the actual source. This one just looks
you find that
hideous.
look more. You find that other look more attractive.
It's not about her looking attractive. The most
I don't. Steve, you said that she's hideous.
Yes, she's hideous and she looks
You
different.
said she's hideous.
And she looks different.
All right, then. Okay, but then it's not about. Then you said that it's not about attractiveness. Well, you just said that she's hideous.
Yeah, she's hideous and she does not look remotely the same.
Okay.
I think you're just trying to find a way to defend it, but
No,
what I'm saying is
see,
true.
you know what my stances are on this. I don't care. It's not a big deal to me. It's not a big deal. And it is what it is. Speaking of hideous, let's go
And
back to
this guy says, um,
what.
like this guy, he says those are the deciding factor of this game. If they nerf her and boss's final suit for the modern audiences, we know who's involved. Yeah, it's people who are woke. It's the what's that company? What's that company name? The crap, I forgot the company's name. The one
Baby.
that wants, yeah, Sweet Baby Inc. Yeah, we already know that once they're involved, everything else is ruined. But go ahead.
Well, I read an article saying that. Remember, McKinley said that they were involved in the gameplay portion of Suicide Squad. That ended up not being true.
The
So
wait. Wasn't there an article about that?
there was an article that came out from a guy who's actually sourced, who talked to people who work there, and they said that they had no input on looks, on how the game played, and like Sweet Baby Inc. had no input on that.
Oh,
All right, anyway, this is the model that they this is the woman that they measured, that they captured the look of for Fable.
mm-hmm.
This is her. This is her.
Now go back to the first picture. I don't know what in the what. She looks better in this one.
Yeah.
In this picture. Now let me see the other one. Okay.
Yeah, I'm just showing. So I mean, take it for what it is. But to me, I don't, like I said, in Fable, I feel like they're gonna have a creative character, so I don't think showing off her in a trailer, in a Fable trailer, is a big deal. So yeah. I mean, I don't know what your thoughts are, but
I mean, what point he was trying to make?
No, I'm just saying that the actual. Well, I just wanted to show you what her actual character model looked like.
I think she still looks far hideous in the game.
Okay, but I'm just telling you that's the model that they went after. This is the model that they use.
Yeah. Okay.
Anyway, Fable. They showed off Fable. I don't care about Fable, but I'm sure if everything's done right, they'll do a good job with it. Sea of Thieves expansion, don't care. Indiana Jones.
Yeah,
I don't.
I saw gameplay footage. I was actually I thought the game, I think the game is going to be good.
Okay.
I think the game is going to be good. And look, remember, like I've been a fan of similar games like that. We talked about Tomb Raider, with all the treasure hunting and all the stuff that she does. We talked about Uncharted, and Indiana Jones. I think it falls under the same ballpark, and I do want to officially give the game a try.
Yeah. Fragpunk is a 5v5 hero shooter, so I'm going to immediately dismiss this. I'll watch it later, but I'm going to dismiss it. Winterboro, I don't care about that. Mixtape. This looks like, what is this? This is a I'll look this up later. I don't really care. Flight Simulator 2024, don't care.
No, with the Flight
Assassin's
Simulator,
Creed Shadow.
I think Randy would actually be interested in that. I think
He's
Randy
more
would
of an
actually
Ace
be
Combat
interested in
guy.
that. Yeah.
Yeah, I know
Okay.
he's more of an Ace Combat guy. Assassin's Creed Shadows.
Do you have gameplay?
I think I would prefer not to show it, but you know.
What? Why not?
I don't care about Assassin's Creed. I already watched gameplay of it. It looks lame.
I actually I'm actually interested. Let me see something.
I should be here. Here we go.
Conspiracy agent, man. What's going on, bro? Man, it's been so long, man.
Read some comments. While I get this.
Well, I'm trying to look for the Assassin's Creed.
I have the gameplay. I have the gameplay.
Oh, okay. All right, go ahead. Let me see. He said, "Nah, she's putting on a corset in the jungle. Less clothing means more armor gaming logic." LOL. She looks like a Walking Dead. She looked like a Walking Dead survival now. I mean, I don't know if you're like, are you actually for it or are you against it? Like you know, to me, I get what some people are saying. The problem is it still has to look like the source
Did
material.
your
At least
father
try.
ever tell you why my bones ache in the weather?
Can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you.
Oh, okay.
What were you saying?
No, I was responding to conspiracy agent, but you was playing the audio, so I don't think he heard me.
Yeah, my bad. No, I heard some of what you said. Yeah, I think the gameplay looks lame to me. I don't like. I compare it to Ghost of Tsushima, and Ghost of Tsushima to me looks more fluid than this.
Fluid.
Yeah.
I mean, it is Assassin's Creed. I don't expect Assassin's Creed to be the same as Ghost of Tsushima.
No, that's why I'm not playing it. If I wanted to play if I wanted to play a samurai sword game, then I'll play that.
But when we talked about the other, what was it? What was that game? That sword fighting game. I think it was
Wukong?
where ends meet. You weren't interested in that.
Yeah, I wasn't interested in that either. But I don't play Assassin's Creed, so this does nothing for me.
Yeah, I honestly, you really haven't given the whole franchise a try, to be honest.
I played the first game.
That's it.
Yeah.
That's not enough.
That's enough for me. Yeah. Let's get out of this. All right. All right. So you had that Assassin's Creed. You showed that. Let's see. They showed this game called Adamfall. I don't know what that is.
I'm trying to remember. And I can't remember.
Life is Strange. I don't play that.
What is that?
It's like one of those like
the next chapter in Strange. You see, return the original Star Max. Set several years after her first adventure in Arcadia Bay, Max is determined to discover the truth behind her friend's murder. Oh, so it's like a solve. I don't know. Like you have to
American Break. They show that in the other showcase. Stalker 2, Heart of Chernobyl. I did hear about. I did see gameplay of this.
I'm interested.
Okay. Wukong. Well, yeah. So they showed this already. They already talked about this already. And the other one, Avowed. I know they've been showing this game for the longest time, and we still don't have a due date for it. And then
are you interested in that game?
Avowed?
Yeah.
No.
Well, so then, wait. Hold on. So you're not even interested in the game?
No.
You talk about what that Oh, there's no release date, but yeah, you're not even interested in the game anyway.
No, I'm just saying they've showed this game for like 4 or 5 years and there's no release date. That's all I'm saying. And then Gears of War E-Day. That was the last game they showed. So this is pretty much a prequel to the first game. So they're going back to basics. You're gonna play as Marcus Phoenix, young Dom. All right, so I mean,
Play it.
I'm not playing the trailer.
Why not?
Why would I? They didn't show no gameplay. It's a random trailer.
Yeah. Play it. Like, bro, yeah. I got stuff. I got stuff to say. Yeah, play it.
I then say it now while I play it. You can say what you have to say.
Yeah, but come on, man. Like, I wanted to see the reaction and things like that. It was cool. Quit being a party pooper, man.
I have to go to work. You know that, right?
Oh, I completely forgot about that. It's almost 10:30. Oh man, I really wanted to watch the. Oh, you playing it anyway?
It's right there. It's right there. Go say what you have to say.
Okay. Dude, this has been freaking long overdue, bro. And to me, now as cool as this is, now I'm not saying that I'm suddenly gonna change my mind and say I'm going to buy Xbox, because I don't know. I don't think I'm going to. I don't think I'm going to. However, there's been quite a few several games that does interest me. They do interest me. And you heard me say how one of the main reasons why I even bought a PS3 was because of the Metal Gear franchise, because of Metal Gear 4. Metal Gear is a system seller. You know what I'm saying? Mario Zelda, a system seller. Gears of War is also a system seller. I know for sure people will buy the Xbox just so they could play Gears of War. Gears of War was a huge deal, especially back in the day when it first came out. With this, I'm not saying I'm going to buy the Xbox because of this. However, if Microsoft Xbox can keep the pace and continue to bring out games that interest me and actually care about making their games actually really good, I may have a change of heart. Maybe. And it starts off with this game right here, depending if the game is going to be good. I highly doubt that they're going to fail at this. The fact that they did this last and they had a great positive reaction, clearly people still care about the franchise. Clearly people still care about the Gears of War brand. They care
They care
about
about the characters. They care about the character. I don't think they were filling the new character that they added in 4 and 5, basically.
Oh, you know what? You're right. You're right about that. Yeah, you're right about that. Oh, so this one doesn't have the reaction of the fans. Oh, okay, never mind. I thought you had the footage where everybody went nuts, because I saw that footage and I thought it was really cool. All right, so
yeah, I mean, I'm not the biggest Gears fan, but they going back to pretty much a prequel is the smart move. But you said this might be a system seller from Microsoft. I mean, a lot of people said the same thing about Halo.
Mm-hmm.
And it really didn't happen. And I look at Halo as a bigger franchise than Gears, even though Gears is a huge franchise.
Yeah, but I think you don't think Gears has surpassed it though.
I mean, as far as quality, maybe, but as far as like overall franchise appeal, I always think that Halo is above Gears. But again, I could be wrong. So I could be wrong.
All right. So overall,
So,
what would you give the showcase?
I mean, based on what I can see here, it has to be, bro. It can't. I don't think it can be no lower than a B. To be honest with you, it can't be no lower than a B because they showed off games that people care about, and
Mm-hmm.
they showed off a good variety of games, and I thought it was a good show. I think it was a good show. The game that they had multiple games that interested me, and they showed off their big guns, so it was a B.
Okay, so you give it a B. Um, to me, I think I would give
Yeah.
it. I would actually give it a B. I would give it a B plus. I'll give it a B plus. They were they had several games that I was really interested in. Like obviously, Gears of War is like number one. Doom looked phenomenal. Call of Duty, even though it's multi, I'm pretty sure it's gonna be multi-platform. That one looked very, very, very good. Assassin's Creed, very good. So there were a lot of games on there that I felt to myself, this was actually a very good showcase. And what I also appreciate, they showed plenty of gameplay footage, at least for me.
Yeah, yeah. So Brian asks, why are you guys not talking about Destiny 2 Final Shape? Because I don't play Destiny 2. I don't play Destiny.
Yeah, sorry, Brian. I don't really play, Destiny either. And it's not like I'm not interested in the game. I just never played it. Like I never actually played the game, not because I'm not interested or I think the game sucked or anything like that. It was just a game I just never, came across. You know what I mean?
Conspiracy Agent said, I don't like the design, but they could have retained the old style and updated it a bit.
That's all I'm saying. That's all I want. If you're talking about Metal Gear conspiracy, that's all I'm trying to say. You can make her look like she's in war and that she's fighting, and if you don't want her to have any makeup on, all that is fine and dandy to me. All that is fine, but at least make her look like the actual source. They completely went to a completely different direction with that look, and I think it was intentional.
Right. Did you hear about the Batman game on Oculus exclusively? Yeah. We talked about that earlier. We said Mistake looks like Life is Strange. Yeah. We talked about that.
Yeah, we did, but it's only on VR, like you stated earlier.
Friends don't let friends play Xbox. That's funny. Agreed. Halo surpassed Gears in '08. I just always felt like Halo was the bigger franchise than Gears, even though because you remember Halo has more lineage, has more. Remember Halo started from the original Xbox. You know what I mean? So it has a longer lineage than Gears, even though Gears is obviously very popular. I don't know how popular it is now than Halo, but I always
Mhm.
like when if you ask me which franchise is bigger, I always give the edge to Halo.
Even now,
Yeah, I'd probably say even now, but like I said, it's hard to tell because I feel like Gears fans are happier with Gears than Halo fans are with Halo. So but like I said, I'm just an outsider when it comes to that. Once Gears gets a show, it surpasses immediately in appeal. It could be. I know people like the Halo 2. I know people like Halo Season 2 a lot more than Season 1. So you have that easily wiped the floor with State of Play. Yeah, a wet part was better than State of Play. Okay. It looks great. Break the game before 3. Oh, okay, you're talking about Destiny. All right, so I know you guys. I know you guys are big fans of Destiny, but I just don't care. Maybe Halo is more recognized, and I'm sure made more money. Um, Consider agent because Solid Snake design has been pretty consistent with minor changes.
I mean, yeah. I mean, I know they're not going to mess with Solid Snake. He looked pretty much the same throughout the whole, with the exception of 4. They made him old, which I still don't like. Even though they gave the excuse, oh, they look old, they're supposed to age quicker. I don't buy it. Um, but again, with her, they could have kept her. They should have kept the same art look, the art style or whatever you call it. I think they intentionally made it look ugly for other reasons. We're not gonna get into that now, but you know what I mean.
Okay. All right.
No,
The last topic that we have to talk about today, because go ahead.
no, you could go. You could go.
Steve, you're gonna say something. Okay. The last topic
No,
we're
you
gonna
could
talk
go.
about is Street Fighter 6. Yeah. Street Fighter 6 season 2. Um, I don't know if you have. I don't know. Get whatever you need to get ready. We're not gonna talk about. Well, there is one thing that we have to talk about that Steve told me about that blew my mind. I had no idea how this became a thing. But so Street Fighter 6 season 2, it has the new characters are going to be Bison. That's going to be the first one out. Then Terry Bogard, and then Elena from Third Strike, and then Mai from Fatal Fury. So it has two Fatal Fury characters in the game. So Terry and Mai. And the reason why that's significant is because I saw the trailer for this new season. I saw the trailer, and dude, I was driving, right, and then I see Terry comes into the foreground. I'm like, there's no fucking way we're getting Capcom versus SNK3. There's no way.
That's the first thing you thought
I
of.
thought. Yeah, that's the first thing I thought. But then they showed off, that it was gonna be they're gonna be a season pass characters, and I was still hyped about it.
Yeah, right here. Like I could play it while you're talking about it.
Okay, let me get to it because, like I said, my computer is acting fucking slow. Yeah. So yeah, when I first saw this, I was like, I literally almost drove off the road because
Oh my goodness.
I legit thought we were gonna get Capcom versus SNK3. Now, here's the thing: even though we're not getting it now, the fact that this is happening now is a great thing. It's a great thing because now it shows that both companies are collaborating with each other now, and it shows that this a Capcom versus SNK3 or whatever it is that they do is possible,
Okay.
and that's the best thing. And also, all four of these characters are great characters. Season 1. Okay, so season 1, if I can remember correctly, Rashid, he's fine. I can use him a little bit. Akuma, I haven't used Akuma yet, so I don't know how he is. Aki, she's cool. And who's the fourth character? Who's the other character that they added? Yeah, who's the fourth character? They added Akuma, Aki, Rashid, and there's one more character. Who's that one last character? Oh my god, how am I forgetting? Steve, help me out, man.
Oh, I was looking for the I was trying to look for the Bison trailer. Okay. What are you what are you saying?
No, I'm trying to figure out who were the season 1 characters for Street Fighter 6.
You had you had Bison.
Yeah. No, not.
I mean,
season 1,
you're talking about the season 1. You
Yeah.
had, let me see, you had Aki, you had Rashid,
Yeah.
you had what's his name?
Akuma.
Who?
Akuma.
Yeah, Akuma.
And who's the last one?
Um, I'm trying to remember. Wait, I think wasn't that it?
No, there was one more.
I'm trying to remember his name. It was that boxer.
Oh, Ed. Yeah, I don't give a shit about Ed. That's
No,
the one. That's the character I don't give a shit about.
the character that you try to find the most, you did.
Yeah, clearly, I don't give a shit about Ed. But yeah, I think this season is infinitely better. Infinitely better. Even though I've never been big on Bison as me playing as him. I've always liked Bison as a character. Well, obviously, I'm a big fan of Terry. I'm a big fan of Elena, and I'm a big fan of Mai. So this is a great season. So I'm happy about this. Now, yeah, I know you wanted Dudley. I mean, they already have a boxer in Ed, which is unfortunate because
Well, weren't you a fan of Dudley and Balrog?
yeah, I'd rather have those two than Ed.
What's your issue with Ed?
No, nothing. It's just I don't care for the character, even though I kind of understand why he's in the game because he was introduced in 5, and I'm sure he has a part in whatever storyline they have going on here. You know what I mean? But I when it comes to boxers, I prefer Balrog and Dudley.
You Oh, okay. I see what you're saying.
Yeah. So let me see. Let me read some other comments before we get to this topic here. Um, yeah, like Bison's gonna be out soon. Nolan said Boston in 5. Yeah, we'll talk about that. We'll talk about that Thursday. Panthers in
Yeah,
6.
it's. I really wanted to talk about it today, but man, we're so out of time, man.
Yeah. Panthers in 6. Yeah, shout out to the Panthers. Joe, what's going on, Joe? He says I'm here for the Lena return. Yeah, me too. And yeah, all right. So
What
what?
now to me, am I excited that that Terry is there? Obviously, I am. Obviously, Bison. I think it's it's a phenomenal season. Um, but I need to ask you this question before we move on. So, are you predicting that we're going to have a Capcom versus SNK3? Is
I'm
that what
that's
you're trying to say?
I hope so. That's what I'm hoping for.
Hmm. And what you're saying is what you think if enough people download the game, that's what. Because I'm trying to figure out what makes you make that prediction.
Well, I mean, one, you have these two companies working together again. This is a big deal. Like of all the characters in when they started doing the whole guest character thing in 5, they didn't add any to my knowledge, they didn't add any characters you know outside of their own games. And the only one that was out of the realm is from Joe was a rival school character. I forgot her name. But they introduced her in Street Fighter 5 as one of those guest characters.
Hmm.
This is the first time they've added. I mean, not only did they add one, they added two characters from a different fighting franchise,
Yeah.
completely different fighting franchise, and it's from a franchise who they have a long history with. It's a franchise that a lot of people really like. And look, most fighting game fans nowadays, you look at fighting game fans, like Marvel versus Capcom versus SNK3 is gonna be insane.
If
As
that
long as they
happens.
do it correctly, yeah. As long as they do it correctly, yeah.
Now,
So trust me, I believe if it does happen, this is a good sign. Of it happening again, this is a good sign.
okay. I mean, I think I don't think we're ever going to have. I don't think we're ever going to have a Capcom versus SNK3 anymore. Um, Even though I still think till this day the game is just phenomenal and one of the greatest fighting games of all time in my opinion. Um, but I don't know. I just don't. I think Capcom and SNK are probably too stubborn to actually have a full Capcom versus SNK3 game. I think they'll be okay with guest characters and whatnot. Do Do any of the King of Fighters or marketable? They don't have any Street Fighter guest characters on their game, right?
No.
Yeah, I don't see it happening. I don't see it happening. Wishful thinking. I would love for that to happen, but I just don't see it.
If it ever, if trust me, if we are closer now than we've ever been, we are now, again. Like you could be right. You could very well be right. And also, I would also say this. I do think we will see with the new Fatal Fury game. I do think we'll see a Capcom character or two in there. I do think that.
Well, really?
Maybe not at launch, but maybe down the road for DLC characters. I actually think we'll see one.
Okay.
So, because obviously, I think we'll see one. I think we will. So, but you could be right though. It could be just hey, just do this one deal and that's good because they did the same thing with Tekken. Like Tekken 7 had Akuma, like had a whole bunch of characters, but we don't it looked like it was a one-time thing.
Yeah.
So you never know. But anyways, yeah. So let's talk about this M Bison thing because this is pretty trippy.
Okay. So now I do have some of the tweets, but instead of showing like every single one of these tweets, like there's this guy I'm gonna give him a real big shout out. He was actually able to take all of the at least most of all the tweets, and he pretty much compiled everything and he put it in his video. So I need to give him a massive shout out because I'm gonna play his video real quick. Now the reason why this stuff like this is important is because apparently a lot of the fans were pissed off, not because Capcom reviewed him as a character. Now there are people that are saying that they don't want Bison anymore. He's dead. You and I discussed about that before the podcast had started.
Yeah.
But apparently there's people who's upset out because of one of the moves that Bison does in the game. Now I'm going to show the picture. I actually found one picture. I just found one picture here. I'm going to show this picture here, and I'm going to play, this video real quick, and then we're going to have to go because Hoovy has to leave. But let me share this picture real quick because I was really ticked off, about this. This is once again people who just wants to cry a river just for the sake of crying a river. Bro. How do you say it? Cry me a river?
Yeah. While you do that, let me read this. Blanca, better than everyone. So Brian's a big Blanca fan.
Yeah, you're just like Yoshi, but I think you're wrong. But yeah.
Joe said that we need that rival school cast back. We need
Rival School was such a very fantastic game.
Yeah. Rival School 3. I don't know why Capcom wouldn't do it. I don't get it. The streets will riot at announcement drop. I agree with that. Will they ever bring back Killer Instinct? Microsoft still owns Rare. Yes and yes. And the thing is that they're updating the 2013 game that they released. But to me, I'm like, just make a new game. Just make a new game. That's all you gotta do is make a new game. But they keep updating the game that came out at the launch of the Xbox One. You're in the middle of another console generation. Just release a new game.
Yeah, and make it like how it was, with the original. Bring back the fatalities, make the characters actually look cool, and never do that or having one or two characters. I think it was like one or two characters that they gave you.
Yeah, free to play.
And never do that again. Not in a AAA fighting game. I don't ever want to see that again, ever.
I think, to me, I think you can get away with it, but you have to give people an option to buy the full game, which they do. But yeah, if you're committed to Killer Instinct, then just make a new game. If you're not committed, then you're not committed. But just make a new game. Like, come on now. Like the game. Like I played the game. The game is fun. I do like it. There are stuff I don't like about the game, but overall, I think.
Wait a minute. You like the game after all these years you were trashing it. Now you actually like the game?
Yeah, because the game looks like garbage. The game looks bad. Graphically, the game looks bad. I don't like the animation, but the overall game is fun. And I agree with you. All they have to do is just improve the graphics, you improve the animations, and just make a new game. Just make a new game. That's it.
Yeah.
So, Rival School versus Garo. A shout out to Bloody Roar from Anointed 1988. Yeah, props to Bloody Roar. It's a fun franchise.
Yeah, that's another fighting game I wish they would bring back, but I don't think that's going to happen either. Yeah. But what's going on in 1988? Shout out to you. Right. And you said Zero Divide, Absolute. Yeah, yeah, I forgot which was the last Bloody War game, that came out. I know some people were saying that the newer versions, the newer ones were not as good as the first two. But man, they need to bring that franchise back, bro. They really need to bring that. That was such a fun fighting game, to play, man. But anyway, let's move on. So I found one tweet, but again, I'm just gonna play a video. Like, this guy did a fantastic job of bringing all the tweets together. People are ticked off, with Capcom, and I'm ticked off with these people. And I immediately thought about what you said, Hoovy, about we need to leave these guys. We need to stop, I guess, give these guys attention, or something that you had said. And but I could not ignore this. I could not ignore this at all. This is just plain pathetic.
All right. Let me say this. Let me say this off rip. This is the guy who you're gonna play the video on.
Who?
This guy right here, Joe, whatever the fuck his name is.
No.
Okay. Because the tweet that you have right here is fucking stupid.
No, I fully agree with you 100%. So obviously, he says, M. Bison, George Floyd, Guile. Thankfully, this is typically non-fatal when you're not overdosing. Okay, look, listen, everybody. Listen, everyone. I have always have said that people always want to find an opportunity to complain about things over nothing. Over nothing. This is the definition of over nothing. Now, once again, Hoovy has to go. So I'm just gonna play this video real quick, so you guys, so each of you could see how there's really an uproar, an outrage of all these stupid people, and I'm gonna call them stupid, for actually saying that, oh, Capcom needs to get rid of this move, they need to get rid of this character, all because of that one little move that Bison does. Now, let me see if I could find it real quick. Right here. Let me know when you can see it.
Yeah.
Yeah, let me know when you see it.
All right. Yeah, you good.
Okay, so big shout out to Mike Hollow, because I was trying to gather all the tweets together, but he was able to edit it all out, and he brought it into his video to where he's going to show and display all the tweets, and it's a lot of people. Like, this is not like 1, 2, 3. Several people are complaining about this, and I truly hope that Capcom does not respond. I don't even want them to acknowledge it, make an audio about it, or even comment. I don't want them to do anything. I just want Capcom to ignore this. But shout out to Mike Hollow. He's gonna give a small brief display of all the people getting upset over this.
My group chats were filled with pictures with direct comparisons to a real life incident that happened with an individual called George Floyd, which I'm sure you guys are all aware of. Now, you're probably either rolling your eyes or thinking to yourself, what the hell are you talking about? So the image in question, or rather the special move in question, you can see here, and people seem really, really irritated by it. Now, in the gameplay trailer, it's only about a second. You don't really stop to really think about it, but we're going to look at some of the tweets regarding this situation. So it starts off here with an individual called Curbio, who says, Bison's knee to neck is a little crazy to see, I ain't gonna lie. We've also got Tiger here saying, love Bison and how he looks, but I'm not gonna lie, this shit's gotta go ASAP.
Now, look, I was looking for these tweets. Why? I wanted to blast each individual off. Now, some of you are probably going to laugh and say, don't waste your time, doing stuff like that. But these are the type of people that now I fully agree with Hoovy 186 here. When we were talking about, I forgot what the last thing that we was talking about. I think they were trying to boycott something. I forgot what game we were talking about, but I think it was me, you, and Big James. I forgot what game we were talking about, but you were constantly saying how we need to stop giving these people a platform. We need to stop acknowledging these people. But the thing is, Hoovy 186, I'm not saying that Capcom is going to listen, but if you have enough people complain about a particular game or a particular character because it reminds you of something that happened in the past that was a really big event, sometimes I just simply worry that they are going to make certain changes because of all of these complaints, or if people are going to force to say let's boycott and let's do all these things. And I think that's part of the reason why I think it is important for you and me who have a platform now and others to address it, to say that, yo, like, yeah, bro, like, you need to chill out. Because the last thing we want to do is to have Capcom or any other company to address it and actually make the change because they are fear that people are going to boycott and lose money. You know what I'm saying? So let me continue on. I don't know if you have anything to say, but let me continue on.
No, go ahead.
And from here, it seemed to explode. You have this individual here saying Americans thinking the world revolves around them. Tiger replying saying, what's your point, American? Just remove every violent looking attack in the game. Then if this is what you're going to choose to nitpick, you people are so unserious. This is completely unrelated and has nothing to do with anything you're implicating. Ah, yes, because every violent attack reminds me of the death of someone who died as a result of police brutality. So because a guy died to police brutality by a need...
Pause.
Go ahead.
Okay. Eric, I think that dude's name Eric Garner, who died at the hands of police in New York selling cigarettes.
Mm-hmm.
He died via chokehold. I've seen chokeholds perform everywhere. Just because something happens to one person doesn't mean that every move should be banned.
Correct.
No, there's a hockey player that choked another hockey player yesterday. Like it's not needed. Like just because go ahead, continue. I'm going too far. Go ahead.
in a video game or any media ever, I think that's really stupid. Chaos Squad replies saying that's not his point. Vega Summer says his point is irrelevant. You can find real life parallels for most every violent attack in a video game. This is a Japanese product with an international audience. Nobody outside the US gives a crap about your internal dramas, so stop being so sensitive and move on. That dude says I agree with the first part, but that last part is just wrong. That internal drama definitely had effects on the entire world, regardless of if you care or not.
Oh, shut the hell up, man. Like, what? Go ahead.
I agree with him.
What?
But I agree with him, but that doesn't mean that the move should be banned. It is a bad mark in our history. It is, but that doesn't mean that a random move should be banned because of it.
He says, damn, I just realized why this is problematic. And you see here that there are a string of replies. Everybody is sort of...
Now, once again, I wanted to look for these people because I could not believe how many people are actually complaining over this. You have Capcom who made a very, very amazing Street Fighter game. You're bringing out an old school character that people care about, and all because for a quick second he puts his knee on Gaio's neck. All of a sudden that gives you a flashback, and you say, "Oh, this is about George Floyd." Get rid of this. Whether you say get rid of the character or get rid of the move, like, bro, it's all asinine. It's stupid. I never thought of George Floyd when I saw that trailer. George Floyd never came across my mind when I saw that trailer. And even now, across of all the games that we have played in the past, whether if you were Cammy when she's breaking people's neck and breaking people's arm. When you're King doing all the crazy grabbles that he does in all the Tekken games. Like we've seen chokeholds, we've seen people getting getting their necks broken off or whatever, and nobody has ever complained about it. But now suddenly it's a huge problem because it's similar to what happened with George Floyd. Like, get the hell out of here, man.
Chiming in on this situation, and as I'm recording this video, there are just more and more tweets going up. I don't know how far this is going to blow up. I remember seeing it late last night because it was very late in the UK when it dropped, or early hours of the morning, and I knew immediately that people were going to go to this. So here's my opinion.
Now, I was looking for this meme, and I was trying to find this meme and I couldn't find it. They had a couple memes to where they took a screenshot of what happened with George Floyd, right? And what they did was they put Bison's face over the police officer that had his knee on George Floyd's neck, and saying, "Oh, look," and they pretty much compared how it looks like when he does it in the game. So you have people going really, really far with this, and are literally saying that Capcom has to remove it. And you see what I'm saying, Hovey, that all people want to do is just be an opportunist. All people want to do is just cry victim. All people want to do is just complain, just to complain. This is not necessary. It's not. And I think maybe because it pisses me off so much because you know how much I love Street Fighter. I know how much you love the franchise. It just aggravates me that, bro, like, come on, like give it a rest. Like, stop trying to complain over something where this is absolutely nothing. I don't know, man.
On this situation, I think that this is ridiculous, and I know this might sound insensitive to some people, but I want you guys to consider this. In fighting games, in anime, in all forms of media, there are moves that characters use that replicate the way somebody had passed away. Again, I know it might sound insensitive, but I was literally watching Kengan Astra the other day, and you could probably freeze frame that show 100 times with the brutal attacks they use to take out their opponents. There's loads of animes, and there's loads of mangas, and there's loads of fighting games that use moves that have killed people in real life. Now, the only
and the reason why I continue, with this article, he's spot on. There's so many video games, there's so many anime, there's wrestling moves, there's UFC where people have actually used the move that probably did end up killing somebody in real life. That doesn't mean those moves needs to be banned. That doesn't mean that we need to have censorship when it comes to this type of stuff. It's not necessary. Now, obviously, he doesn't even need to apologize, saying, "Oh, I don't want to sound insensitive." No, it has nothing to do with any of those things. Just stop the complaining and move on. Just move on with your life. Move on. If it really hurts you that much, don't buy the game. Don't play the game. That's it.
Let me ask you a question. Would you do the same thing with would you do the same thing with
the reason that I noticed it.
Oh, my bad.
Would you do the same thing with was that boss, big boss or whatever? Because you went on a little rant, trashing her looks. So, but you would still buy the game though, right?
With Metal Gear?
Yeah.
Yeah, she looks hideous, but I'm still buying the game.
Okay.
You was trying to do I got your trying to think. I know what you're trying to do. I know what you're trying to do.
No. But the thing is that you guys are the same. You guys are the same you guys are a different, same side of a different coin. All you guys do is complain.
Really?
Yeah. But you guys complain about all the most inconsequential stuff.
Really?
Yeah.
So caring about the source material is inconsequential, you think? Despite the fact you're doing the same thing with stuff that you care about.
But I'm not going to go out of my way to complain. It depends on the situation. It depends on the situation. But I just find it weird that you're talking about people need to move on when I mean I feel like you need to do the same thing with Boss and other things you complain about.
I
Like
knew he's gonna try to turn this up back on me. I knew it. I knew
here,
it.
here,
I
here,
knew that you. I knew he was
do
gonna
you
do
have
that.
do you have more to play with Mike Hollow? Yes or no?
No, that's why I stopped it because
Okay.
I know we have to go. But I just
Okay.
wanted to address that point where he said
Yeah.
you see this stuff in anime and games
Yeah,
all over.
I agree with him 1,000%. Like there was a guy, I forgot the guy's name. He was a kid back then. He killed his sister doing a wrestling move. It was a pile driver.
Oh
Like,
snap!
yeah, this was a long time ago. Like, there's pile drivers in wrestling all the time. Don't mean you ban the move because of one incident.
Right.
And what happened to George Floyd was garbage, absolute garbage. But you're not banning a knee to the back because of it. They're not making light of the situation. It's a move, and it's based off of a character who uses his knees to attack. Who uses knees to attack. So a knee to the back does make sense.
Correct.
They're not making light. If it was one of those things where they were making light of the situation, then yeah, I can understand people being outraged. But it's not the case with Street Fighter.
Wait, hold on. What do you mean you understand people being outraged?
Yeah, if the move was done purposely to provoke feeling from people based on the George Floyd incident. Let's say, for example, Street Fighter creates a regular random cop, right? Let's say random cop, right? Same look as the dipshit that killed George Floyd, right? Then they do a trailer. He does a move where he does a knee and puts a knee on top of a black character, right? Yeah, that's provoking.
No, because now if what you said was true, where he only does it to the black character, that's fine. But he's gonna do that move to everybody in the game.
Yeah, but the trailer shows a black character, and remember, I'm just going hypothetical here. My main point is that if not the move is not done to antagonize or make light of the situation that happened with George Floyd. These are two completely different instances. That's all it is. It's not done to antagonize, not done to provoke. It's a move that he does. That's all it is.
Yeah, but if well, I mean I see what you're trying to say, but I still disagree with the whole cop thing because what essentially what you're saying is that if you are a police officer in the game, then you shouldn't have that move at all.
I mean, if you're going to highlight it in a trailer simply to provoke a group of people based on the George Floyd thing, then yeah, so you're clearly provoking them.
The reason why I disagree is because when when there's like a scuffle between the cop and someone they're trying to arrest, yeah, there's going to be situations where they put their knee. Well, they shouldn't put their knees behind their neck, but they use their knee or their their body weight to try to gain control of the person that they're trying to arrest, like that, like because from what you're trying to say is if Capcom did make a police officer into the game, what you're essentially saying that they shouldn't have that bison display. You should not give that. You should not give it to the police officer, and I disagree with that.
Steve, you're going too deep into this. All I'm saying is that if you're trying to provoke in a reaction based on of a tragedy, then yeah, you're doing it on purpose. I just do a hypothetical out there. That's all I did. I just do a hypothetical out there. To me, like I said before, it wasn't done to provoke. It like context matters here. You have a character from Thailand who uses his knees for attacks. And a knee to the back is a common attack, especially for a character who's a bad guy who's going to use that type of attack. Like it's not a big deal at the end of the day. That's what I'm trying to say.
Yeah,
it's not a big deal. Now, if Capcom decides to remove it, then it's not a big deal to me either.
What?
Yeah, I don't care if they remove it or not.
Wow, bro.
Because at the end of the day, you want to know why?
Wow.
You want to know why?
That should piss you off.
No, it's not going to piss me off because you like you said, it's 1 second of gameplay. It's 1 second of gameplay. It's completely inconsequential to the overall game. Completely inconsequential. I don't think they should remove it, but even if they did, it's not a big deal to me. Because what this is, these people are complaining just to complain, and that's what my overall biggest problem is. But that goes both ways. It goes both ways. It goes to people who are complaining about stuff like that, and it goes to people who are complaining about other nonsense like how a woman looks in a war video game. At the end of the day, none of this matters. The only thing that matters is if the character is good and if the game is good. And if you're gonna complain about what move he does, like no, I don't. I have no time for you.
Well, I mean, I disagree with the whole making women ugly on purpose because that's if the intent is to make them look ugly, then yeah, I have a problem with that, regardless if the gameplay is good or not. I have a huge issue with that. Now, again, I'm still going to get the Metal Gear game anyway, but you and I saw that there was a complete distinction between how she looked like in the pachinko machine and how she actually looks like in the game. That one, she looks just like the original source material. In this one, in the remake, they completely changed her look, like it's a complete different person, with the intention of making her look ugly, and I don't appreciate that at all. I'm still gonna get the game, but I don't see an issue of fans addressing that particular part.
It's inconsequential to the overall game. Just like the Joy Floyd move is inconsequential to the overall.
If they completely change Snake's look, that's also inconsequential.
I mean, if the game is going to be good or bad, then yeah.
So okay, so that means how the character looks does not matter.
I'm not saying it don't matter.
No, that's exactly what you're saying. That's exactly what you're saying.
It don't matter. I'm saying the most important thing is the game being good. Yes or no? I'm gonna take that as a yes.
No. If you are going to change the character's look, I have a huge problem with it. And depending, who the character is, yeah, people are going to have issues to the point where they're not going to buy it.
All right, then why is it? Then why is it that you have a problem with people with the move with the knee to the neck? Why do you have a problem with that then?
Because that's nothing. That actually shouldn't have any type of impact whatsoever.
And you think
you
think boss's look has an impact on the overall game?
Characters that you care about, characters that you actually would buy, characters that you actually pay for cosmetics and aesthetics. Yes, people are going to care about that. It's characters that people play as. It's characters that people grew up with. Of course, they're going to complain. I already established this when I gave examples with the Sonic movie. Do you actually believe that the story, that the plot, everything about the movie would have changed just because of how Sonic looked like? Everything else would have stayed the same. The cast, the music, everything would have stayed the same. But guess what? That means the movie still would have been good anyway. The movie still would have been good. But yet people just said you're not going to watch it because that's not what Sonic's supposed to look like.
So pretty much what you're telling me is that people being upset over a move that reminds them of a bad moment in our history is not as important as you complaining about a digital woman in a video game. That's what you're telling me.
That's exactly what I'm telling you.
All right. Well, here's the thing. I think none of it matters. None of it matters. Again, I've been consistent on this. You have your way of people have their way of Oh, shit, what was I gonna say? People have their ways of complaining about stuff. To me, this is not a big deal, but neither is the whole snake thing. My thing is that all people want to do now is complain, bitch, and complain about the stupidest shit. That's all people want to do. Now, again, I agree with you that this is not a big deal, but I also don't think any of the stuff that you complain about is a big deal either. And all you guys want to do is just complain, just to complain. You keep saying that, but yet you're part of that. You're part of it. You're just on the other side of it. You do the exact same thing, but you're on the other side of it.
There's nothing wrong with caring about the source material. Nothing.
That's perfectly fine. That's fine.
Not according to you. According to you, it shouldn't matter what the character looked like, even though they already had established what the character looked like, how the character grew up, etc., etc. But according to you, as long as the movie is good, as long as the game is good, it doesn't matter what the character looked like.
Steve, they're remaking the game. If you just wanted the same thing, they just do a re-release and that'll be it. All they have to do a re-release and that'll be it. They'll keep the same models and everything like that. And they'll just release it, and either you buy it or you don't. My point is that people complain about the stupidest shit, and it's not important at the end of the day. It's just not. And I don't want to go back. I apologize. I should not have gone back to the whole Big Boss thing, but like,
yeah, right. That was your intent, because you was trying to call me out, saying, "Oh, I'm pretty much in the same group as these idiots." That's what you're trying to do.
You are. At the end of the day, Steve, you are. Because this complaining is nothing. If you use common sense, you would know what the differences are. If you use common sense. But I'm not going to sit there and act like you don't do the same thing in the other end. If you use common sense, you know why this is not a big deal with George Floyd. They have nothing to do with each other. So, I mean, I don't know. You have anything else to say before we go?
No, I'm just gonna show Brian real quick. And Brian, this is what Hoovy is saying that I shouldn't be complaining about. So just to show you real quick, Brian, even though Hoovy's wrong, but I'm gonna prove him wrong some more. This is the original Metal Gear game for the PS2 and Xbox. For the original PS2 and the Xbox. This is how she looked like. This is how she accurately is supposed to look like in the current technology that we have now. But this is obviously still a little bit of an older model from one of the I keep forgetting how to say it correct. I can't pronounce it correctly. The pachinko machines. This is how they made her look. You could tell that this is a much accurate picture from the original Big Boss, from the original game. This is how she looks like in the remake. They do not look the same at all. Not even close. Not even a little bit. Of course, people are going to complain over this look because she looks hideous. And secondly, she does not look like the original source material. This is the original source material. With this, she does not look the same. And if people are going to complain about it, it is justified. It is 100% justified. Now, again, I'm still going to buy the game. I'm still going to buy it. But there is nothing wrong with calling out Konami and saying that you did this wrong. You did this wrong. This is how she's supposed to look like. This. But instead, we get this trash. Now, of course, the game is still going to be fine. The game is going to be good. At least I think I'm still going to support the game at the end of the day. But I have no issue of people calling this out. None. All right, let's go on. Let's go on with the comments.
All right. Who gives two ball tickles about that guy who expired while doing drugs and fighting cops? Um. Okay.
Wait, hold on. Who gives to about a guy who expired while doing drugs?
He
And
he believed that the cop George Floyd died because of the drugs he took and not the knee to the back of the neck.
yeah, a lot of people. Actually, I've heard a lot of people, that said the exact same thing. Now, look, we have to go. We can't really, talk about this. The only thing. This is what I'm gonna say to you, Brian, and this is what I have said to a lot of other people, right? When they use that same thing, that the same sentiment that you just said. Let's say that let's say that you are 100% correct that it was the drugs that actually got him killed. Let's just say that you're 100% correct, with that. The knee to the back of the head doesn't help. It doesn't help the situation. It still doesn't change the fact that what the cop did was a disgusting act of him being a police officer. Did an absolutely bad job of representing of to protect and serve. He didn't do that. It's one of the most heinous thing that he could have ever done. And again, even if you are correct on Brian, he constantly said that he couldn't breathe. The guy was suffocating. And if that's the case, clearly the knee had something to do with it, unless you think he was lying. Unless you think George was actually lying about him or that he wasn't able to breathe. Well, clearly he wasn't. But I honestly believe it was the knee that got him killed. Now I have no problem with people saying, oh, it was a combination of both. I have absolutely no issue with that. But I don't think it's him taking the drug was exclusive, meaning that was the only reason why he died.
Let me ask you a quick question. You think that the minute the cop put a knee to his neck, that he automatically started dying because of the drugs?
Me?
Yeah.
No. I think it was mostly because of the knee.
You think it's mostly because of the knee?
Mm-hmm.
So someone has a knee to your. Let's say, you know what Brian's doing. That sounds like it sounds like if I get hit by a bus, then he's gonna go out and say that I died because of diabetes. Because I had diabetes. Instead of getting hit by the bus, that's why I got killed.
Oh, okay. You kind of lost me there for a second, but I see where you're going with that. I see where you're going with that.
Yeah, I get hit by a bus. I die because of diabetes because I'm fat and unhealthy. So
what was your what did you think? So you it sounded like you slightly disagree with me though.
No, it don't matter. It don't matter what I think. I think it don't matter what I think. Like if people want to believe what they want to believe, that's fine.
And what do you believe?
What do you think I believe?
No, tell me, because it does sound like you disagree with me.
I mean, any idea that drugs is the reason why he died, I like. There's nothing I can do for you. He mysteriously died because of drugs after getting kneed in the neck. All of a sudden, when you get kneed in the neck, that's when the drugs start taking over and killing you, and not the knee to the neck. But it is what it is. That was that Mike dude. He died selling Lucy's, then tried to grab a gun. Was his name Mike? I thought his name was Eric. Okay. I think Don God confused Eric Garner for George Floyd. Garner died by chokehold by neck knee. Oscar, I forget. I don't know how to pronounce his last name. Killed his wife by MK fatality.
Oh gosh.
Yeah, no, I remember that story. That story is fucking insane. Everyone has to complain, or is just accepted. They will. Well, you didn't say anything before. Killing G, fentanyl killed him though.
Oh, okay. He's talking about the George Floyd again.
If you want to believe that, then that's fine, Brian. Rudy Eugene, the Miami Beach zombie, used a casa. I don't know how to pronounce that. Before he was shot, yeah, I don't know how to pronounce that. From it happens all the time. Let's see. Also, provocation sells games. There's no bad press. That I don't agree with that at all. Never break down. Might as well and they have Bison do the air stomp due to him hitting close to the neck, even though you're standing. I mean, to me, I don't think they should change the move. Like to me, it's inconsequential to the game. But like I said, if they do, then it's not a big deal to me.
Yeah, see,
All
but
these
see that's the problem. I think it should be a big deal to you because that just shows that that these people are just getting too much control and power with these games. But go ahead.
yeah, a lot of people do, but the of them changing a move is not going to change my opinion of the game, though. No, all these woke pussies shouldn't get a millimeter. At least, at least she isn't alphabet. LOL.
Okay, yeah. I mean, I guess so. Yeah.
What if they made Snake into a Mexican dude that talked like an old school LA chulo, even complete with bandana and button down shirt button, only to tap over a wife over
Wife beater. Yeah, yeah. And I'm pretty sure that's towards Yuhu 186.
yeah, he said
That's
who
that,
you
that
would
yeah
care
yeah.
source
That's
material
exactly
source material is God. So
exactly.
what you're doing is you're using an extreme example to prove your point.
No, but that's
No,
pretty
no,
much
no,
that's pretty much on the side that you're on.
no, 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 no,
Because
no,
who
no, no,
cares
no,
what
no,
they look like, right? Who cares?
no, 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 no.
Yes.
Like I said, look, obviously there are certain parts of a game that's more important than others. But with that said, you knew who she was from the beginning, yes or no? From the trailer, yes or no?
Okay.
You knew who she was. So because she's not as pleasing to the eye, that means that means I have to complain about it.
Yes.
Well, I'm not that way.
Yes. You have to complain about it because she doesn't look the same.
All right, then that makes one of us because I'm not interested. So it is so not important because one moment is nostalgic, and the other moment is politically charged by woke lying leftists into some racist anti-cop narrative when people just listen to cops.
I
Let me
think that's
read
for
that.
you.
Yeah, obviously. So it's so not important because one moment is nostalgic and the other moment is politically charged by woke lying leftists into some racist anti-cop narrative when people just listen to cops. I mean, it's not anti-cop to call a cop out for killing a black dude or anybody for that matter. It's not like you want to call it anti-cop narrative. No, it's not anti-cop. What it is holding people responsible for the bullshit that they're doing. My problem is that it does not apply to this game. That's my problem. This wasn't Capcom's intentions. All it is just a bunch of people who are overly sensitive over something that happened 5 years ago, which clearly to you wasn't that big of a deal. Well, for other people, it was.
Come on, Uwe. That you
No,
that
am I right or wrong?
that's a
Am I
low
right or
blow to
wrong?
Brian. That's a
It's
low
not.
blow,
It's not a
man.
low blow. I'm calling a spade, a strike, a strike. If it's not a big, if you don't think it's a big deal, then that's fine. But there's no such thing as an anti-cop narrative when it comes to this case. It's not. That doesn't mean that all cops are bad. No one said that. We're talking about one cop in one incident and how a video game has absolutely nothing to do with that. And I would tell all these leftists the same thing. This has nothing to do with George Floyd. It doesn't. Ruben said that overall she's a minor character. Boss is a minor character. I don't think he is.
No. She's not. Like she was the one that actually raised Big Boss, the original Snake in the first place. So I wouldn't call her like a minor character. Like she was the main boss in the game.
Agreed. He didn't do good, but the material examiner said that he had levels over the top of fentanyl in the system. I don't want to keep going into the whole Joyce Floyd thing.
But you see, Brian, that was my point. Now clearly Hoovy slightly disagreed with me, but my point was it didn't do the cop any good, even if, which I don't think it is, even if the drug was 100% responsible, he didn't do the cop any good for putting his knee behind his neck in the first place. He had him contained. The guy was just standing there saying that he couldn't breathe, and the cop did nothing. I mean that's pretty much my issue. Could the drugs had some responsibility to it? Maybe, perhaps, but the cop should have listened to him when he had said that he couldn't breathe, and the cop did nothing. I forgot his name, but who cares?
Okay.
He said the video showed him saying he couldn't breathe before the knee caused. He had the video of him popping it before he got out of the car. Are you sure about that? Like, are you sure about that, Brian?
He probably saw a video about it.
I would have to look at that video, but I don't know. I have to look at that video. He was dead on his feet, according to medical examiner.
Because if that was the case, then wouldn't he be innocent? Like I said, I don't want to go through all this with Brian. Like you obviously believe what you want to believe. I believe what I believe. But if what he's saying is true, wouldn't the cop be innocent? Would have been innocent? And to my knowledge, he wasn't found innocent.
I'm actually shocked that you're not cursing and using this vulgar language.
No, there's nothing to curse about. Like we're just having a discussion. That's it.
Yeah.
And plus, my boss called me 3 times. I have to answer. So I'm trying to get this done. Let's see.
He was dead on his feet. Try entirely, Steve. I'm not sure what you mean by that, Ruben. Try entirely, Steve. I'm not sure what you mean by that. If you could elaborate a little bit more. It's obvious what he thinks tried. Oh, okay. So he's talking about you. Don't say wife be trad. I don't know. Either tank top or just beater. It meant nothing to me. Okay, Brian, you saying it meant? Wait. So Hoovie's right. So it didn't mean anything to you. Oh man. Okay. And he said the cop didn't do great, but opportunist a-holes caused $2 billion of damage over a dope head that took 300 doses and died. Didn't look good with the neck thing. That should have been protocol. And I would talk about it more, but I know Hoovie has to go. 2024 Bison stop resembles how Floyd died. Crazy times. Yeah, that is crazy. Tread, the fentanyl did not kill Floyd. The knee to the neck did. Okay, sound like you're trying to. But I mean, look. I never said that. The drug was 100% responsible. Aladdin is doing that, saying that. He's saying it was that. I'm saying now. I'm not a doctor. I'm not a scientist. Is it possible that it could have been the combination of two? I will say yes. I'll be open-minded that that's possible. But clearly, having his knee, was the main thing. 100% sure. It shows the timeline. When you said that he probably died due to knee, not entirely. Oh, okay.
All right. On that note, we do gotta go. All right. So Ruben, thank you for watching.
Oh, before that, real big shout out to real big shout out to to Ben Potter, who he died I think just yesterday or the day before. He's the guy that does comics on YouTube, and Jabanis had shared that in the Discord. So big shout out to that, and so yeah, rest in peace. Here he is right here, just in case you guys don't know. This is the guy right here. I'm not gonna play any video, just gonna show you just what he looks like, and I don't know if you guys can see it, but yeah, this is how he looks like. He did have a YouTube channel. He had like millions of followers, and he died due in an accident. Like I'll play like a quick video like next time, but just wanted to say rest in peace. He was someone that I really liked, that I really followed. He knew a lot about comics, and it's just sad to see him gone. So so shout out to him and condolences to him, to his family, to his friends and family. All right, go ahead, Ruby.
Okay, so he said that I meant Boss is a minor character in MGS entirely, not specifically 3. And he said, yeah, comic historian dies suddenly. They wouldn't say why. The guy was awesome for comics.
Yeah, he was definitely.
Rob did an awesome tribute to him.
I'll see if I could watch that. I'm gonna try to look for it.
Okay. On that note, we do gotta go. Brian, thank you for watching. Ruben, thank you for watching. Nolan, thank you for watching. Joe, thank you for watching. Anointed, thank you for watching. Ruben, thank you for watching. I think I said his name already. Whitney, thank you for watching. Anointed, thank you for watching.
Mm-hmm.
And Conspiracy Agent, thank you for watching.
Yes, thank you once again, Conspiracy Agent.
If we have a chance, we'll do a Thursday stream, and then that will be mainly the sports topic. So on that note, this is Movie 186. I'm out.
Yeah, Ladin, it was a good back and forth with you and Hoovy. Yeah, it was cool.
All right, bye, you guys.